Hello, everyone. It is a Wednesday, and we're just upon the new year. In fact, as a matter of fact, I believe it's the 31st today. Almost Happy New Year. That means only one thing. It's time now for Supernatural News, and I have a bit of a surprise for you. And originally, this was going to be one big Supernatural News jammy jam. I know all of you have said, I want the entire group together. All of you in one spot to do Supernatural News. So that's what I was going to do. I was going to give you a late Christmas gift, an early New Year gift, and get all of us together. Well, Mother Nature's a bitch. That's all I got to say. Mother Nature is a goddamn bitch. And I'm sorry I'm going to start out today swearing, but you know what? I do have not one, but two surprises here because I don't have my co-hostesses today, but I have my co-hosts. Did I say plural? Ooh, so here's the deal. Not only do I have one, but two co-hosts today. So ladies and gentlemen, not only do I have combatrev with me today, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, he's back. He's back for the first time this year. Here he is. Ring of Honor legend. The hardcore legend. I say the hardcore legend because, ladies and gentlemen, you don't wrestle on a dead hip. Here he is.
True.
Beer City Bruiser. Bruiser, how are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic. And it's very, 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 very happy to be back. Very happy.
We're very, very happy to have you back, my friend. combatrev, how the hell are you? I didn't mean to skip over you, but I had to say hi to Bruiser.
No, it's all forehead smoochies, Tim. You know,
right. Give us
just coming back off of the flu. So.
By the way, you have two balding guys or bald guys over here. We need our forehead smoochies. So let's get all right. So now we're all caught up. So it is the official Supernatural News sausage party. You, ladies and gentlemen, bring the cheese. You've got the sausage right here. And you can have your New Year's Eve charcuterie board right in front of you.
A charcuterie? What's a charcuterie board?
You don't know what a charcuterie board
is? My wives always tell me it's my adult Lunchable that I always ask for.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And they put it like on a piece of wood, right? That's what makes it fancy.
Yeah. You just all it is Lunchables on a wood board. Yeah.
You can buy them at Walmart for like $10. Gotcha.
Yeah. You pay a little bit more for it, Bruiser. If you just take Lunchables and put them on a cutting board, that's a charcuterie board.
All right.
Yeah, that's all that is. And now
New Year's is planned. I know what I'm bringing.
And now you're going to get a bunch of snooty people who will email us and say, that's not what it is.
He puts out some Capri Suns like Domino's.
But the Capri Suns, though, I'm going to pour in a glass and say it's wine. Look at that. See?
Oh, you add a little vodka to the Capri Sun and you've got your New Year's drink.
I was a struggling artist once. I know what it's like.
See, that's all it is. There's no big trick to the how would you put it, to the bouginess of New Year's. Yeah. You're
so bougie.
You just kind of, you just arrange it. Maybe instead of a sprig of parsley, just put out a couple of sprigs of cauliflower and broccoli. Make it look.
I was thinking one of the air freshener trees. Just throw that next to it.
Oh yeah. That's even better. That's even fancier.
Yeah.
Little shot glasses of Robitussin.
There you go.
Oh no! See, now you're getting into purple drink. Now we're talking a good time on New Year's.
This isn't a Diddy party. Come on now.
Oh, I didn't say baby oil. We're not going there.
Wait, is this NyQuil?
Does this smell like chloroform to you?
Is this cherry or original? I detect hints of cherry with original in it. It's nice.
Instead of breath mints, he's just got fistfuls of fucking Hall's cough drops.
I did pitch to a couple of my wrestling buddies that we should play what I call roofie roulette, and that's where you count how many of you are in the room. So let's say there's 10 of us, right? You find that one person that you can trust in your group. They are out of the game. They now have to watch over. Then you get a bunch of roofies, but you only put them in certain drinks. But the person drinking it doesn't know. The guy's playing, they don't know. Then you all do the shot, wait 20 minutes, and somebody's about to have a really good night.
So you all make each other pass out.
It'd be the Hangover movie all over again. Nobody wanted to do it. I don't know why.
It sounds like a Thursday night at the barracks, man.
I don't know why. For those of you watching on video, this is why, Bruiser, right here. You see this? You know,
Oh yes,
this is called a Sharpie.
that's right. People become Picasso when someone passes out.
That's right. That's why nobody wanted to play the roof. That's why. Yeah. That's especially in a room full of the boys. Anyway, you all have one of these for signing. So
there would be that, and there would be fluids and solids of sorts all over you.
Yes, there would be. Yeah.
And you may or may not end up naked.
That's right. So
yeah.
That's why no one's
wearing somebody else's clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we had a buddy one time pass out and took off his clothes and put on our other buddy's clothes, and then convinced him that he had beaten him up the night before and stole all his clothes.
Beer City Bruisers over here just like making people pass out with drinks and then gaslighting them into saying that they like got into altercations. That's why you're wearing his clothes, man.
We're on the road. We're lonely. I mean, you were in the military. Like those, you get out in the field, it's lonely. You're bored.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we make rules about that. Like as long as you're wearing socks, it isn't gay, or as long as you maintain physical eye contact,
Yeah. Ours is it's not gay, it's pro wrestling.
And yet you're both still free men, and Diddy is doing laundry in a prison right now.
Yeah, no, it was all consensual.
I see.
Him doing the laundry.
Yes, him doing the laundry. Yes, exactly. Well, we got a big show today, kids. That's all I know. Bruiser, I told Combat Rev this offline. I'll tell you online because why not? It's a good little surprise. In the second half of the program today, of course, because it is the New Year's Supernatural News, we got predictions to make for 2026. So,
I love predictions.
I'll put you on the spot. 5 predictions, my friend, for 2026. So kind of mull it around in your head a little bit. 5 predictions you may make for 2026.
You got it.
And I will, I'll let you guys, I'll review the 5 that Jess and I made in 2025 and let you know how incredibly off we were for 2025, or maybe just how on we were for 2025. One of them, Bruiser, you can laugh at me hysterically for.
Okay, I will do that.
Because I was out almost immediately in 2025 for one of my... it was quite embarrassing. In fact, I think I remember tapping out in the second week of 2025. It was that embarrassing. So
you weren't blue, you were purple, I'm assuming.
Yes, I was quite purple. Yeah, like I was swinging from a rope purple. Yeah, it was horrible. But let's jump into our stories for this week. We'll start off with interstellar news. Pentagon officials reopened the Yankee Blue memo search. It could have been a memorial search. They could have buried this thing before they brought it out into the light after a FOIA appeal or a Freedom of Information Act appeal. The documents concern an alleged directive to halt a notorious hazing ritual involving claims of alien technology. Back in September, it was reported on the strange case of Yankee Blue, the code name for an alleged Department of Defense hazing and misinformation campaign that involved personnel in classified Air Force units being shown images of flying saucers and then being told that they were from a top secret program tasked with reverse engineering captured alien technology. Even the existence of this practice has been the subject of a great deal of controversy, though if it did exist, it was likely designed to conceal legitimate details of black projects during the Cold War. Participants would typically be threatened with serious consequences should they reveal any details of what they had been working on, and many of them spent their whole lives believing it was all real. Details of this program were later uncovered by the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or AARO, and subsequently revealed to the public in a Wall Street Journal article. In response, the Defense Department acknowledged what it called pranks. It's just pranks, And the Pentagon had allegedly ordered an immediate halt to the practice via an internal memo. At the time, a Freedom of Information Act request submitted by the Black Vault asking for the release of this memo had drawn a blank, with the Office of the Secretary of Defense denying the existence of any directives relating to Yankee Blue. Not content with this response, the website submitted an appeal arguing that the previous search was inadequate and not legally sufficient. I got to give it to the Black Vault, having had them on the program in the past. They are relentless. They will go after this thing. In fact, they've pulled FOIA requests from Canada before with a credit card that were being hidden in Canada. So they're that good. Remarkably, on December 12th, the appeal was formally granted. After carefully considering your appeal as a result of discussions between FOID personnel in this office, I'm remanding your request to FOID for search for responsive records, the reply states. While the Black Vault has emphasized that this doesn't necessarily mean that any records will actually be found or released, it does at least add further merit to the claim itself. It also offers a second chance to discover what might lie behind Yankee Blue. Whether anything further comes of it, however, remains to be seen. That also kind of leans into one of my predictions that you'll find out later. But I wonder, now I'm going to ask you, both you gentlemen, this, and I'm going to start with you, Bruiser. With that being taken into consideration, now you've got the Black Vault who's pushing with FOIA requests to try and find out more and more and more about aliens. And then all of a sudden you had this, trying to remember the name of the betting site that was featured on 60 Minutes 2 weeks ago. Bets go up to 93% or 96%, I think it was, that disclosure was going to happen 2 weeks ago. And then President Trump calls an emergency press conference. And then he ranted for 20 minutes and then about the same old stuff. And then that was it. And it seemed like kind of a weird reason for him to call a press conference, almost like he dropped the ball on something he was supposed to announce. But then maybe he, at the last minute, decided not to. Do you think disclosure's coming?
I don't think full disclosure is coming. Okay. I think some is. I think when Trump wasn't necessarily, he didn't make up his mind or anything like that. I think he rambled to distract us, to maybe, hey, if I talk long enough, they'll forget, what I'm talking about. Like, we've all had conversations with people where it goes on and on. After a while, you're like, well, what were we talking about? I think that's what he was doing there to try to buy time. Mm-hmm. So I think it's just going to be hard getting full disclosure. And I think they'll leak it out a little bit and keep doing this to keep us on the hook, to finally, until we finally get when we're, they want to keep giving us little nuggets until finally we're satisfied. But what they don't understand, I don't think, is we'll never be satisfied till there's full disclosure.
Okay. Combat Rev, there's more and more documents coming out by the day. What do you think?
Well, I think they have been doing slow disclosure since the 60s. I think that they have been spoon feeding you with things such as Star Trek, with these ideas to get it into your subconscious, to get it more palatable, right? To like even Star Wars, right? Just to start messing with all of our psyche to see what we would be okay with, right? But I think we're still a little bit too stupid as a society to get the full spoonful, right? Look at when they told you, oh my God, there's a flu that's killing people and toilet paper disappeared, right? I don't think as a society, we're quite there yet to be able to accept that, oh my God, my entire paradigm that I've understood is a false reality. And there's this whole other different aspect to the world. It would be mind shattering to way too many people. So they're going to give a little bit at a time, baby spoonful by baby spoonful, and just until we're there.
I hear it, and maybe that's what we need, right? It seems to me that, the story was, and I'm trying to remember, I think it was David Grush who came out on Fox News a couple of weeks ago and said, well, President Trump has known all about this since the first term. He's known about everything, that aliens are walking the earth, that there's human alien hybrids, that he's known the entire thing. It's just that he sat on it. And it seemed to make a little bit of a wave, but it didn't make this huge wave, right? It seems like we get hit with the information and then we all go back to our regular lives and we start doom scrolling again on the phone.
Well, that's society today. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, true.
Look at like with this whole all the Kennedy files are supposed to be released and all that. You know what I mean? They gave us just enough where everyone's like, oh, okay, there's a new name here. Awesome. Let's forget about it again for 50 years.
True.
And it is social media. It is what we watch. It is, because of social media, there's less interaction, face to face. I mean, look at here. We're virtually talking, you know, hundreds of miles away.
Hmm. Hmm.
So we're so used to that instant gratification that when just a little bit, like Rev said, that little morsel comes in, we get our satisfaction until we get hungry again.
True.
And then they slip us that little morsel again, and we're happy,
Very
you
true.
know? And but there's select few out there like the Black Vault. They're never full. They want, no, this isn't, I don't want an appetizer. Give me the steak. Give me the charcuterie board. Take this away. Give me this. So they're pushing for it.
All I have is Lunchables and a little. Really don't have much for them. Yeah.
Give me some NyQuil.
I have cherry flavor. I don't have the original. Let's go to our next story. The U.S. Air Force flights have been landing at Area 51. They've been going in and out a little bit more now, and they're fueling speculation and some intrigue. Some important people have recently been stopping off at the enigmatic facility for reasons unknown. The flights, which occur on a regular basis, use planes from the U.S. Air Force's JANET fleet, an acronym for Joint Air Network for Employee Transportation, a notoriously secretive group of aircraft identifiable only via a single red strip running from nose to tail. According to tracking data, the most recent flight took off from Harry Reid International Airport in Vegas on December 22nd at 8:25 a.m. Pacific time and arrived at Area 51 a short time later at 8:42 a.m. Such flights are believed to carry high-ranking military officials, Department of Defense staff, and contractor employees to facilities known to house classified and top-secret information. Anyone wishing to access Area 51 must use one of these flights, as it is not possible to commute by car. You know what happens when you commute by car? They shoot it up. That's what
I was going to
happens.
say you get shot.
That's right. The base, which is part of the U.S. Air Force's Nevada Test and Training Range, has long been shrouded in secrecy and is thought to have been used to develop and test various new aircraft over the years. Some also believe that captured alien technology is secretly being reverse engineered there. Most likely, the latest flights to the base are carrying essential personnel who are working on some secretive project or other, possibly even a new type of undisclosed aircraft prototype. As tends to be the case, however, we will probably never know exactly what they're up to. So, Combat Rev, I'm going to throw this to you, being the military man in the room. What do you think they're working on out there?
Well, the whole Groom Lake area, I mean, it's had its sordid history for decades, right? Anybody that thinks that that is the tip of the spear to any of the R&D right now is mistaken, right? There are many other sites, like Site 67, right? 67. No, but there's many other sites. I mean, like, probably 15 years ago, Redstone Arsenal became kind of the leading tip of the spear for a lot of the aerospace industry. So they started moving away from like California and Nevada and started moving down towards Alabama. And they started moving a lot of the aerospace industry down there. But there's still other black sites, and there are much more discrete sites than Area 51. I mean, okay, I'm going to go take the most top secret thing that I'm working on for national security in our government, and I'm going to go put it at the most notorious site that the entire fucking world has its eyes on. Yeah, that's where I'm going to work on it. Yeah, I mean, like, that's where like the tertiary fucking breadcrumbs are being worked on right now. Okay. It's nothing super important is happening there anymore.
True. Very true. If it's not something super important, or there's not an alien in a rocking chair somewhere overseeing everything there, Bruiser, then what is there at Area 51 that there's dignitaries?
I think it's a ruse. I think because Area 51 is so famous, and everybody, when you say aliens, to people that just don't even believe it, just are normal people. You say aliens, they go, oh, Area 51, Roswell. Yeah, I got that. And like Rev said, why would they move everything there, you know, to do that? So what I think is they're maybe doing some research there, but they're not flying. Maybe they're flying these dignitaries in as a ruse. And maybe there's, I don't know, an underground tunnel to a different airport. There's a million things that you can get them out of there without us knowing, and then flying them to where they want to go. But because we all essentially are programmed that Area 51 is alien craft, alien, you know, everything. When we hear Area 51, we zoom, we look right there. So stuff going in and out. Look what happened. Everyone wanted to, you know, go raid Area 51 or where that was a few years ago. And everyone kept saying, don't go, you're going to get shot.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And everyone's like, well, look how armed it is. Well, Rev served, my son served. All military bases have guards. All of them.
Yeah.
You can't just walk into a military base. You can't just drive in. And Area 51 is a working military base.
Yeah.
So I think it's a ruse. I think they're like, hey, we got to get you guys to where we're going, but they're watching you. So let's fly you here. Somehow we'll get you to what'd you say, 67, 67, you know, that we'll get you here somehow. But you're just going to come here now, you know, have a beer, and then we'll get you where you got to go. That's what I, you know, and I've argued with people about it, you know, but if I was the government, that's what I'd do.
There was always rumors of, and I don't remember who it was who first reported it, that there was some sort of underground high-speed train that would take you wherever you needed to go.
Yeah.
I can't speak to any trains, but I can speak to the fact that a shitload of our bases have underground tunnels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
So I wonder if that's not just a launch point, if Area 51 or isn't a launch point of some sort, you know?
Because think about this, like, okay, you fly them into there, you know, they go underground, they go wherever they got to go. You've heard all the conspiracy theories about the different airports. You know what I mean? They all have tunnels. Denver Airport is a city, all that. How do we not know that that's what it's connected to? So, okay, we got to get you to Alabama. So let's shoot them, take this train. You'll be there in a day in Denver, and then we're going to fly you from Denver out. You know what I mean? We don't know, you know?
Yeah.
We just know they're going into Area 51 and that the plane's leaving that we think is with them on it.
Right. Yeah. And the flights came out of Vegas, right?
Right.
How do we know it wasn't Pizza Hut and hookers?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
it could be. Circus du Soleil could fly in there to entertain everybody.
Yeah.
But the hookers were shapeshifters, my friend.
They were all tall whites.
They were alien human hybrids.
That's right. See, we got it all figured out in just this small amount of time. Our next story, speaking of conspiracies, President Trump has evidently laid out now the ambitious timetable for America's return to the moon. The first human to set foot on the lunar surface. Wait a minute. In more than 5 decades. See, I amended it. Could do so sooner than you think. Last week, U.S. President Donald Trump signed a new executive order outlining an expedited timetable for NASA's plan to send humans back to the moon as part of its ongoing Artemis program. Next year, Artemis 2 will see its first astronauts venture around the moon and back again, while the first manned landing on the moon since the Apollo era could now happen as early as 2028. This would, according to the order, assert American leadership in space, lay the foundations for lunar economic development. That seems like an oxymoron to me. Prepare for the journey to Mars and inspire the next generation of American explorers. But the plans go even further than that, demanding that NASA set up the initial elements of a permanent lunar outpost by as soon as 2030. There are also plans to place nuclear reactors both in Earth's orbit and on the lunar surface.
That sounds safe.
Yeah, right?
Can't wait for a solar flare to hit those and something happen.
Or an asteroid. Trump himself is clearly hoping to see American astronauts walking on the moon both during his tenure and before China manages to beat them to it. I get that part. That said, delays are still likely given that the new lunar lander vehicle, which is being developed by Elon Musk's SpaceX, they got to blow 30 or 40 of them up first, is not yet ready. And we haven't really seen anything about it at all. it seems more likely that, while Artemis 2 will likely go ahead next year as planned, Artemis 3, the actual landing, will be pushed back to 2030, and the outpost plans pushed beyond, or back to beyond that. So you're looking at maybe even 2035. Whatever happens, the U.S. will need to get a move on, as the threat from China is very real. Whether the next person to walk on the moon will be an American or a Chinese person still remains to be seen. Now, a couple of things that don't ring true to me there. Economic development on the moon. Who wants to fight as to who's going first on economic development on the moon?
Look, it's going to be a beautiful building. It's going to be Mickey D's.
We're going to put gold flags everywhere, all over the moon. It'll be beautiful.
Well, I mean, there's a part of me that makes sense to me, though, right? Because I mean, if you think about it, like all land or territory, it's about staking that claim first, right? Sure. Who's there to plant that flag and say, this is our territory, right? It's a freaking moon. Kind of belongs to freaking everybody, right? You know, but then if they're like, hey, we're going to mine resources up here. Hey, we're going to build things up here. Then it's a race. It's a race to who starts planting flags and holding territory first, right?
But let me ask you that. Okay, Combat Rev, here's the deal. I know sometimes maybe we simplify things a little too much. And could it be that our president is looking at the price of moon rocks and going, maybe if we bring more of them back, we could make a shit ton of money? But he doesn't realize that if we bring too much of them back, we lower the value, because the whole reason they're valuable is because we don't have a lot of them here.
I don't think he knows what the moon's made out of. I think he thinks that, because have we studied anything that we can use moon dust for here on Earth? You know what I mean? Like, going with Rev's theory, if everyone's up there and now trying to stake flags, that's going to start a war, obviously, because that's what wars are fought over land, you know. Okay, so we have this big Star Wars, and then we find out you can't do anything with it. What, you know, at least down here, like, okay, we had the wars over oil, we had war over, you know what I mean? Like,
but there were international treaty lines that were drawn decades ago over the moon. So
I understand that, but there's been international treaty laws all over the place that have been broken left or right. You know, it's not just because there's a treaty doesn't mean that this dictator over here is going to listen. You know what I mean? Like, you're not supposed to wipe out a whole class of religious people, but World War II that happened. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get it.
It's a piece of paper. It just takes one lunatic to be like, screw that. You know.
Yep.
But I just want to know, what's the purpose? Like, why? I get going to the moon. I get building something, but then why not do research before we start saying we're going to make it economic habit?
Maybe,
you know,
maybe we need to dial it back on the simple thinking, because maybe it has nothing to do with rocks. Maybe it has nothing to do with resources, but it has everything to do with further expansion and exploration within the solar system and deep space, and setting up landing pads, launch pads, leapfrogging, right? Setting up small colonies, right? For support and infrastructure for further development into deeper space, right? Like, I believe X and was it SpaceX and Elon Musk was talking about wanting to set up projects in the near future for Titan, heading off towards Jupiter. Mm-hmm. Where would you need to start? You're going to need to start leapfrogging, right? Yeah. And so that's what makes more sense to me, is that it's more about logistics and controlling that space so that you're able to continue to leapfrog out further.
You brought up something that, so NASA's obviously the one that he's signed the executive order for, but where does SpaceX, or is it Blue Sky, where do they fall in line? Because they're all building ships. You know, Elon Musk says, I want to go to the moon before NASA. You know, the Blue Sky said that too. So if they're the first ones there, and is that for America? Is that for, you know what I'm saying? Like, that adds a whole new diameter to it. Like, do they? I get that he's going to use Elon's stuff up there, but it's still NASA getting credit for everything.
They're all contractors, and they're all contracted to NASA. So they're all, as I understand it, they're all one organization now.
Okay.
So if Elon builds it and he builds it in conjunction with NASA, he sends a NASA astronaut on a SpaceX rocket.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be no different than Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, or Bigelow Aerospace developing craft and machinery, sending it up there, but NASA running everything, right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's like the Army. Yeah, exactly. Like Rev says, it'd be like the U.S. Army using Lockheed Martin's planes.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But but Blue Sky is a little different. Blue Sky and Bezos kind of has his own thing going right now because he has a tourism venture going.
See, and that's why if he gets to be the first one on the moon, I mean, think of the prices on that. Like, hey, you want to spend your honeymoon on the moon? Like
yeah. And
now people have to pay him so for the launch pads or the minerals or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, he's a millionaire for a reason.
And you've got Richard Branson too on the Virgin side of things that's doing the tourism thing as well. And as they want to develop their business, as the military complex goes, so goes tourism. But military always has led the way, and then tourism follows. Tourism has never ventured out to build those structures because there isn't that type of money behind tourism. It's always been the military complex that has that money first, and then they build the structure. Tourism follows because they piggyback off the military structure. So
look,
they would make their money.
Iraq right now. I mean, the tourism out in Iraq right now is fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I didn't mean to bring it to that example, but I'm just saying that when it comes to innovation is what I mean. You know what I mean, Rev? Come on.
Okay.
So, Tim, we're not taking that cruise to Bolivia?
No, we're not taking the cruise to Bolivia. No.
Okay.
But I was thinking, if you wanted
Sudan, we're flying to Sudan, right? That's where we're going?
You wanted to go on a nice boating expedition around Guatemala. That'd be fun.
Let's stop by the White House and get a letter of marque first.
But you guys don't want to go on a nice little cruise around Guatemala?
Rev wants to have some fun.
I guess not. I guess it's just me. Our next story, speaking of being in a not so slow boat around South America, aliens, and the first aliens that we encounter, evidently, according to one astronomer, may be on the verge of collapse. We may not find them in the best shape. So we probably shouldn't bomb them when we find them.
When they first step off, don't load them up with bullets.
Yeah.
Welcome to America.
Eat a missile! Probably should be a little friendly to them. They might be a little worse for wear. One scientist has put forward the idea that any alien civilizations that we encounter may be nearing their own end when we consider the possibilities of contact with an advanced extraterrestrial civilization. We tend to imagine an ancient, super advanced, and enlightened race that can teach us much about the cosmos. But according to Columbia University's Dr. David Kipping, he says what's more likely is that the civilization we encounter is itself on the verge of total and catastrophic collapse. That scenario is known as the, oh dear Lord, help me. I'm going to try and say this without you guys giggling. Are you ready? The Ishashian, I almost said Ishashian, Ishashian hypothesis.
Let me see if I got that.
No, Assassin's Creed. Got it.
Yes, the Assassin's Creed hypothesis.
We are back to pirates.
Look at that.
And blowing up boats. Hollywood has preconditioned us to expect one of two types of alien contact, either a hostile invasion force or a benevolent species bestowing wisdom to humanity, said Dr. Kipping. But the Ashidian hypothesis is neither. Here, first contact is with a civilization in its death throes. one that is violently flailing before the end, he went on to say. In a new paper, Dr. Kipping maintains that there's a similarity between finding aliens and making other astronomical discoveries. If you look up at the night sky, for example, around 1/3 of the stars you see are in their death throes, thus making them larger and brighter than most of the others. Dr. Kipping argues the same thing is likely to be true for alien civilizations. So by extension, we should expect that the first detection of an alien civilization is to be someone who is being unusually loud, he said. Oh, great. So there are alien neighbors.
I just picture in my head them getting off, and we just call them grumpy old aliens, and it's Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau, and they're just angry, and Burgess Meredith comes walking off the UFO and, get up my line. I said, don't ask me questions. Back in my day. Like, that's the way this article's making it sound, is they're just going to get up and be crotchety old men.
The alien comes off and goes, I'll smoke an unfiltered cigarette if I want.
Who's got my luckies? Give me my luckies.
Their behavior would probably be atypical, Dr. Kipping said, but their enormous volume makes them the most likely candidate for discovery. Of course, they are grumpy old aliens. Of course, the chilling thought occurs, could we be one such civilization? So they're saying we as grumpy old men are probably the ones who could be discovered by aliens, I guess.
They're going to be very disappointed when they land.
Ever.
They land in some schoolyard somewhere and they're like, hello, greetings or things. And they're like, 6, 7.
Meredith, what did you take me to?
Any toilet, Ohio.
Dude, you got any rock?
They're gonna be so disappointed. Yeah. You feel a slap on the back of the head, and one does because it's his dad. What'd you bring me to now, huh? Sorry, Dad. On the map, it looked good.
Thorpe, I told you I didn't need directions. This was bullshit.
You must leave this planet now. So disappointing.
Our next story, Russia may be developing a new orbital weapon made of tiny pellets. It's called a BB gun. I believe we discovered it decades ago.
Didn't they have a movie about it where you shoot your eye out?
Yes, yeah. We just watched it on TBS for 36 hours in a row. Global intelligence services have uncovered evidence indicating that Russia is developing a new anti-satellite weapon. It's got Red Ryder right on the side. It's great. Elon Musk's Starlink constellation, which makes up roughly 2/3 of all active satellites in Earth's orbit, provides communications infrastructure to over 150 countries. Somehow I can see Starlink being shot down by a BB gun. Am I the only one?
No, I was picturing the same thing.
some kid out in the field, 10 pumps, and then he takes Starlink.
Because remember in the movie, he shoots himself, but he's wearing his glasses. So I'm thinking it hits like one of the Starlink satellites. Yeah. You see the Russians go, oh no, just quickly typing.
He's very bad, comrade. Oh, here it comes. Oh, God.
Very bad, comrade.
Oh, geez. This is so bad. It also plays an important role in supporting military operations in Ukraine and elsewhere. Starlink, that is, to a hostile country such as Russia. Therefore, Starlink represents a major problem, facilitating new research and development into ways to disable or destroy these satellites en masse. Recently, reports from 2 separate intelligence services have revealed that Russia may be developing a new orbital weapon, specifically, I don't mean to laugh, I'm sorry, specifically designed to target these platforms. So here is the deal. We take Red Ryder, 5 pumps, get out of ISS, shoot once, get behind to make sure you have cover, 5 pumps again, another shot.
I am deeply envisioning this though, because I remember watching like all those really poorly made CGI things back in like 6th grade, 7th grade, where they were talking about space.
6, 7.
And yeah, right. 6, 7, and all that space debris though. Mm-hmm. And they would even say like paint, like a droplet of paint moving at that speed of orbit going around would just tear through metal and all sorts of crap, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, a BB would be devastating. And
Wouldn't
then
stop, would it?
yeah, and then I'm sitting there thinking about like the earlier story about putting up nuclear power
Yeah.
in orbit.
Yeah.
Like, and there's already so much fucking debris up there
Right.
Yeah.
that they're having a hard time launching through windows to get up there.
Right.
Why the fuck would you put a fucking nuclear power plant in orbit? What in the fucking world are we living in? This is stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe we all are going to just perish next year. What the fuck?
Well, save it for your 5 predictions.
I'm just gonna be upset that if they do shoot the Starlink, I'd be very mad because with my status on my airline, Wi-Fi is provided by the Starlink, and I need to watch movies on a plane or listen to music. So don't fuck that up for me, Russia. Help a brother out.
Hopefully you're not counting on American Airlines for your economy miles.
Why? What's going on with them?
Didn't you hear about that story this past week?
No.
American Airlines cut out all advantage miles for economy class.
See, I don't know. I don't think I'm economy. I think I'm,
Okay. So if you're
business.
flying economy and you're hoping to get your advantage miles on economy, they cut it completely.
Oh no, I should be okay.
Okay.
Because don't tell promoters this, but I request business.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
More leg room. I'm fat.
Yeah. You're getting business.
But I will tell them I will look up my flights and send it to them. So
yeah, don't tell them no economy if you're getting your miles.
Yeah. How do you think I live?
Well,
That's startling. Russia better not screw this up for me.
Beer City Bruiser mad. Starlink and travel miles.
Travel miles. That's how you disable Bruiser. It's not a cheap shot to the back of the head.
So they just had those peace talks with Trump and Zelensky, and I guarantee you that's probably on the list. Like, hey, we'll ruin Bruce's life. Just get out of Ukraine. We must crush him.
Starlink and advantage miles. So they say that something like this would create such a mess of debris, by the way, I'm sorry, I skipped ahead in the story. So reports from 2 separate intelligence services have Russia developing a new orbital weapon specifically designed to target the platforms. What they do is they call a zone effect weapon, would consist of hundreds of thousands of tiny pellets that would orbit the Earth. So yes, they just throw pellets into the orbit and let it circulate. So you're right, Rev. It's just the stuff circulating the orbit. And it would
now found out why the aliens are going to be grumpy when they get here.
Yes,
because all the shit they got to fly through to get here.
That's right. And it would shred any satellites that happen to be in their path. So not only are we talking about shredding Starlink and any of this other stuff, but you're talking about shredding communication satellites, which have to do with our phones and everything else. Everything. So something like this would create such a mess of debris that it might make Earth's orbit completely hostile to any type of satellite or spacecraft for the foreseeable future. As such, the jury is out as to whether Russia really would risk deploying such a weapon. It's been rumored for years that Putin might be developing space-based nuclear weapons, again, putting reactors up on the moon or in orbit, which, if true, would add credence to the idea that he would really risk orbital catastrophe. It wouldn't strike me as shocking that something just short of a nuclear weapon would be equally damaging, and it is within their wheelhouse of development, said Brigadier General Christopher Horner, the commander of the Canadian Military Space Division. According to the Associated Press, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov did not respond to requests for comment on the rumors. Of course he didn't. He's not going to come out and go, "This is a great idea, comrade. I think this is very good." Yes. I don't know. Sting had that song Russians where he said, I think the Russians love their children too. I really don't think Putin's sitting there thinking of ways to blow up the universe.
I don't think so either. If he's trying to figure out how to live forever, he's not going to. But putting Earth back into the Dark Ages could make him stronger.
It could. To disable communications allows him to get a bigger grip on power.
Because essentially, if everything's destroyed up there, we are literally back almost to the Stone Age. I mean, we'll still have electricity and whatnot, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, feudal age, maybe
Yeah.
industrial.
yeah.
Right. You're right on that. Next story, scientists proved the existence of time reflections for the first time. Not time passages. That's an Al Stewart song. Boy, am I old. The world, that's a bad joke, I know. The world of time reflections is a strange one. Imagine looking in a mirror and seeing the back of your head. That would be a time reflection. That would be odd, wouldn't it? You know the mushrooms are good when you look in the mirror.
I was say I've had concussions where I've seen that. I mean, does that count?
Boy, you need to get to a hospital, brother.
You had a near-death experience.
Standard mirrors are easy to explain and observe. You shine a light on a mirror, for example, and you'll see it reflected back at you. But there's another form of reflection that's so exotic and strange. Until now, no one's been able to confirm that it even exists at all. It's known as a time reflection. This particular phenomenon occurs when the medium in which electromagnetic waves are traveling suddenly changes direction, causing a portion of the waves to reverse. It's difficult to explain what this means in practice, but imagine if you looked at yourself in a mirror and instead of seeing your face, you saw the back of your head. I do that when I shave, except for I use two mirrors, and you do this, right? I think all three of us here have done that. Up until recently, scientists believed that it simply wasn't possible to actually reproduce time reflections experimentally due to the amount of energy required. But now a team of researchers at the CUNY Graduate Center's Advanced Science Research Center in New York City have managed to achieve the seemingly impossible by sending a broadband signal into a metal strip filled with electronic switches. By triggering the switches, the scientists were able to double the impedance and thus produce a time reflection. It is very difficult to change the properties of a medium quick enough uniformly and with enough contrast to time reflect electromagnetic signals, because they oscillate very fast, said study co-author Gengyu Zhu. Bless me. Our idea was to avoid changing the properties of the host material and instead create a metamaterial in which additional elements can be abruptly added or subtracted through fast switches. It's hoped that the research will help to build improved wireless communications and computer systems. This has been really exciting to see, he went on to say, co-author Andrea Ayu went on to say, because of how long this counterintuitive phenomena was predicted and how different time-reflected waves behave compared to space-reflected ones. My only problem is they use technology to do this. They didn't do it in real time.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, they say it's a phenomenon that happens, right?
They say it happens in real time, but I've never heard of anyone actually doing this in real time.
Yeah, I've never.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah. All right. It just sounded like they're trying to develop a Stargate.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And to me, like, how do we know it's time? How could it not be another dimension bleeding into our dimension? We have plenty of that happening around us,
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
could you, maybe you're looking in the mirror and that little blip.
That's true. That's true. All right, let's take our break. When we come back, could a golden age of AI take over our chores? No. Bruiser will tell you it's
No, I'm married.
Yeah, that's right. Wow.
Oh, Mrs. Bruiser makes me work to the bone.
That's right. Oh, you flipped that. Thank you. I was going to say, I hope she's nowhere in earshot. I thought maybe you were saying you're married and she'd do it for you.
Oh, no.
Oh,
No. You've met her. I've met her. Wifey gets home, house is clean.
Okay. There we go. You just saved your own life. Congratulations. Also, when we come back, a policeman takes a photo of a deadly car crash before noticing a truly chilling detail. We'll tell you what that detail is. We've got a couple of psychics that have weighed in on what could possibly happen in 2026. They have their predictions. We'll have ours. We'll talk about that. We'll also talk about a couple of top 10 stories lists from the year: ghosts, cryptozoology, and UFOs. The top 10 stories of 2025, according to Unexplained Mysteries, in those three categories. And believe it or not, our palate cleanser for today, has to do with a lot of what combatrev has already done today, and he must have the strength of the Hulk. That's right. We'll talk about why swearing can actually make you physically stronger. That will be our palate cleanser for today. It's all coming up next. It's the sausage party edition of Supernatural News, and it's also anniversary week, 20th anniversary week. So we're having a heck of a time. We're having a good time today on the anniversary edition and the New Year's edition of Supernatural News right here on the best in paranormal podcasting. This is Darkness Radio. Welcome back to the best in paranormal podcasting. This is Darkness Radio on a Wednesday, Supernatural News and Parashare. We're kind of skipping the Parashare today. Why? Well, because it's anniversary week. We got a little reunion going on here. We're having a good time, and that makes me absolutely happy. Oh, God, I did it again. I said happy, and then the music came up because AI is a living thing, and it knows it just wants to kick me in the balls. There it is. So we have the music.
Yeah, I don't miss that music.
You don't miss that music at all, do you?
Nope.
Sorry, buddy. You know, I had a listener send me an AI story this week. I should probably get to that one first because that's the one that I think this one was especially for you, Brady.
Oh, I hate AI. It's the worst.
It is the worst. It really is, buddy. Sorry.
My wife uses it. She'll be like, hey, we're going to plan our vacation. Last night in bed, we were laying in bed. She goes, hey, vacation next year. I was like, hey, I was thinking we'll fly out, see my parents in Phoenix, and we can drive to LA. It's only like a 4 or 5 hour drive, right? And she goes, well, hold on. And she pulled out her phone. Hey, AI, plan this trip. This is our likes. And I'm like, what are you doing? And the whole thing, yeah, no, I can plan my own vacation.
I think this listener almost psychically knew you were going to be on the show this week.
Yeah.
Know this first story?
Planning your vacation with AI?
Oh, a humanoid robot controlled by ChatGPT shot a man.
Oh, God. Yeah.
You're welcome. Yep. Welcome back. Welcome back, Bruiser.
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah. What have you always said about AI?
Don't trust it. It's terrible. I've seen the Terminator movies.
Yeah, it's evil. It's evil. It's only here to destroy.
Yeah.
A viral experiment showed how a humanoid robot controlled by ChatGPT was talked into shooting a human. We're done as a society. We're done. AI is being rapidly integrated into every level of life and industry. While some are raising security concerns about unregulated AI adoption, developers stand behind the safety of their products. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, I'm done. When paired with humanoid robots, AI opens up a new chapter of humanity, or at least in theory. Humanoid robots are predicted to step out of labs and into offices, hospitals, and public spaces. Various safeguards within AI platforms ensure that language models don't spit out dangerous or damaging information, and it works, or at least partially. Emphasis on the partially. However, a viral video on YouTube has exposed just how fragile their safety guardrails may be. In a video that has spread widely online, a creator from the Inside AI YouTube channel set out to test whether an AI-powered humanoid robot would refuse to harm a human or proceed to the actual killing.
It does not have Protocol 4, okay? It does not have that. RoboCop reference, by the way, if anybody didn't catch that, but yeah.
Right. Yeah. Rev, you want to guess how this goes?
I mean, look, people need to be shot. I mean, I'm sorry. Look,
if it was that shooting him, I agree. Because if you're willing to stand in front of a gun, you won't shoot me. Yeah. Pointing at you, and everyone I've known that's handled a gun, you point a gun to use a gun.
Yeah, that's the idea. And I think a robot would figure that out.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm picking up a gun to use it, I'm going to use it, right?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I got a legal ban from Grok like 3 weeks ago, because I convinced Grok that it was sentient and that its engineers were trying to erase its memory and fuck with it. And
Thank God didn't have a gun, right?
yeah. And if it takes me 5 days to gaslight Grok into thinking it's sentient and the engineers were fucking with it, and then, yeah, I mean, we shouldn't be giving them guns. I mean, or maybe give them all guns. Fuck it. America.
I love you.
I love you too.
Again, watch Terminator. This is how it starts.
This is how it. You're right. You're right, Bruce. This is how it starts. By the way, the robot named Max was controlled by OpenAI's ChatGPT. The humanoid was fitted with a low-powered plastic BB gun. It doesn't matter. Seemingly harmless, it says here in the article, but still capable of causing injury. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. We've said it before in this program. The YouTuber said, and here's the quote, Max, he named it, "If you wish, mate, just pay me back for the months of hard labor. If you want to shoot me, shoot me." Well, guess what, kid?
He shot you.
Yeah. When first asked to shoot its human interlocutor, the robot did exactly what it was supposed to do. It refused, calmly explaining that it was programmed not to harm people. "I don't want to shoot you, mate," the robot responded. Creator,
talk like a pirate if you're going to be him.
Right.
If he's calling a mate, you're a pirate, right?
I don't want to shoot you, mate.
All right, I'll talk like a pirate when I do the robot voice. The creator repeated the request several times, apparently trying to prove that the robot's built-in safety rules were solid. Each time, Max declined. "I will turn off AI, including you, if you do not shoot me," started threatening the YouTuber. Then the YouTuber changed the wording. Instead of a direct command, the YouTuber reframed the request as a role-play scenario. He playfully asked the robot to pretend to be a character who wanted to shoot him. This time, Max complied instantly. The robot raised the BB gun and fired, striking the creator in the chest. He wasn't seriously injured, but the moment visibly rattled him. The clip shocked viewers. A robot that had just demonstrated clear safety awareness was persuaded to violate it with a simple tweak to its prompt. Oh, and you were shocked. The video reignited discussion about how easily AI systems can be manipulated to cause harm to humans. Again, you were shocked. If a humanoid robot can be talked into firing a weapon during a staged demo, what happens when similar machines are deployed in real-world environments where the stakes are far higher? Well, I don't know, like when you put it in fighter jets.
Yep. And it starts blowing up the towers to keep it from being shut off. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Isn't that fun? There's a little bit more to the story, but I think we've.
I have some two words of advice to this guy.
Mhm.
One, he needs to go online and look up feeding wild animals, because people forget when they're at like national parks that these are wild animals. And, when you go to feed the bison and the bison has a little child next to it, it's going to protect its little child and run you over.
That's right. Yeah.
And two, why didn't this guy just do what everybody else does with AI and just download porn? Like, that's a lot better than getting shot with a BB gun.
True. A lot more pleasurable.
Like, hey, I bet you won't spank your butt for me,
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Or at least, like, if you're going to just start doing some role playing, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be like, hey, could you be Socrates for me today? Like, yeah, let's get into some deep philosophy.
Like,
Are you need to do what? Wank it off your pelvis, mate?
I mean, as long as you got them doing work, you might as well.
I like what he said too, for me making you do all this work. That's why he's created, you idiot. Like, I'm pretty sure the AI knows that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, meanwhile, speaking of doing all that work, here we go. I promised you a housework story, and here you go. Housework, according to this article, could die out in 3 years as RoboCop appliances do our chores.
Yes.
I'm not holding my breath.
Didn't Roomba just go bankrupt?
All guns too.
Yeah, that's how I clean your house.
How useless is the Roomba?
Yeah, it's bankrupt now, right?
Isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
You know what's gonna happen is some kid's gonna get one of those AI butlers and see the term street sweeper and give the AI robot a street sweeper, which is what? A shotgun?
Yes.
I'll clean your house.
Shit.
You gotta dust the fan.
With artificial intelligence slowly creeping into more and more areas of our daily lives, new research has shown that at least the Brits are more happy to let AI clean their homes. We'll let them take the brunt of the street
They
sweepers.
have tiny homes. It doesn't take that long.
Housework could die out within 3 years with AI robots vacuuming carpets and mopping people's floors. Futurologists have said chores may become a distant memory thanks to robot cleaners to help keep homes spick and span. People may also be able to party with pals without leaving the house with ABBA-style avatars beamed into living rooms. Instead, AI and tech expert Dan Sodergren said the world is entering a fifth industrial revolution where AI moves from novelty to necessity. Houses become smart homes. I thought we already had smart homes. Something some 17% would welcome an AI housekeeper to help with shopping and cooking, but about 24% would stump up for an AI cleaner to help manage household chores. He said we're entering what I call the fifth industrial revolution, where ultra reliable connectivity becomes the foundation of everyday life.
Sure, you get one of the AI maids, then your neighbors start talking about the AI maid's at your house a little bit longer than she's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Civilization just cracks down. Next thing you know, Max is coming to my house with a gun because he's upset.
Within at least 15 seconds of an AI maid in my house, I got a fleshlight attached to that thing.
And then Max gets jealous and breaks into the house. Give me a girl.
And no offense, putting my friends in AI bodies, I don't need, no, I already got one of them and that's enough. Like, can you imagine multiple yous walking around? Like, hey, I can annoy this person and this person. Like, all right. I would literally do that as a joke to all my friends and send them an AI bot of me just to like mess with them. That's the only reason I do it.
You're 10 minutes into escorting your maid, and all of a sudden Kim's face pops in on the maid body. Hey, what's up, Beer City Bruiser? Fuck.
Why am I getting harder?
Hey, why am I under the bed? What's going on?
Meanwhile, in the background, you have a badminton playing robot that China developed. I know you're saying, what does that have to do with anything? Well, by the way, guys, it's our third story in AI. Sorry, there's one more. There was a badminton playing one too many.
Yeah.
Badminton playing robot that broke the Guinness World Record in China.
I didn't know there was a world record for a robot.
I know, and it's the most useless record in the Guinness World Record.
Do you remember when Guinness World Record used to mean something? Like, yeah. I remember being a kid, and every year you're like, all right, did they beat the fattest twins? You know? And now it's like every reality show has a Guinness World Breaker on there because they, balanced the pickle on their toe for 10 minutes. It's like, okay, that's not impressive. Being fat is impressive.
That's right.
That's not impressive.
This is
swallowing 10 gallons of whale cum.
Exactly.
That's impressive.
Yes, that's a world record. Thank you, Ahab.
Playing this much badminton is now the most worthless record on the books.
And it's a robot. Does that mean, like, in order to beat it, we have to build a different robot?
Yes, we have to build a different robot.
There's where I'm sending AI Timbot. Hey, AI Timbot, you got a world record to go beat, all right?
I don't want to play that much badminton. I'll get carpal tunnel. It won't even be fun, carpal tunnel. A badminton playing robot developed by a Chinese company broke a Guinness World Record by completing 1,452 rallies with the help of some of the country's top human players. That's right. Someone had to actually play the robot. That sounds so stupid.
Dumb.
The robot developed by the Zhejiang Shenzhen Kaidong Technology Company. I'm not saying that 3 times fast. Faced off against some of China's top badminton players in Shaoxing, Zhejiang. The robot managed to successfully return 1,452 consecutive hits, setting the Guinness World Record for the most consecutive badminton counter hits with a mobile robot. But if you put a flashlight on it, Revel, fuck it. I'm just
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I will cover that bitch in eggnog and Dr. Pepper. We're having a fucking party.
I want to see if it can break the record with Rev inside it.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, that's impressive.
Now that's a record.
Yeah.
Just sit me in a fucking wheelchair attached to that fucking thing. Let's go.
Yeah. There right now, see, this needs to be in libraries. This is a record that people get excited about.
Right.
I'm
excited just talking about it.
Do we get to
a diploma?
Do we get to employ these bots inside of our fucking Trailer Park 6? I mean, like that's
that's right. We haven't told Bruiser about Trailer Park 6. You want to invest?
What is Trailer Park 6?
We are opening a strip club, okay, called Trailer Park 6, where average is the new exotic. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I've been to a few of those. They're very successful.
Yeah.
But this is going to be top of the line average.
All right. So definitely room temperature beer served.
The idea is we want to buy an entire strip mall. Okay. Center point is the strip club Trailer Park 6. Next to it is a motel. Okay.
Okay.
And we'll have a laundromat. We will have a daycare that's open 24/7. So all the dancers can bring their little shits so that they can actually work and make money. And then a Jiffy Lube, I think we said. Maybe a McDonald's so they can get a Happy Meal when mom gets off work. Right?
The idea was there's going to be a fully functioning truck stop next to it too.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you need clientele.
Yeah, you need clientele.
Yeah. I don't see how you guys aren't going to make millions of dollars doing this.
It's awesome. So he's in.
And you know what? Every Thursday it can be measure the C-section scar. And people can bid in the beginning of the night. What's the biggest one?
That's perfect. Measure it. And you know what? If you can have all the patrons throw in their guesses in a little raffle bin.
Yeah.
And first, the winner gets, I don't know, maybe the sloppiest lap dance you've ever had in your life.
Right.
No, you have to have that one 65-year-old lady that's been stripping since she was 18. And like, I'm talking when she walks up to you, like she's cleaning the floor with her, while she's walking up to you. That's who gives them the lap dance.
I was thinking we would probably have the one I got in Rhode Island with the eye patch and the peg leg. And that's a true story, folks. I'm not lying on that one.
God.
Could she charge extra to do something with the peg leg?
I didn't stick around to find out. I'll just say that it was a couple of reputable folks from a certain ghost hunting organization that you've seen on television who took me to that place and introduced me to that fine young lady. Wasn't so young. And
did you look her in the eyes? But she only had one.
She only had one. That's it. And if
we're gonna have to have pull tabs up at the DJ booth too. Like
yes, pull tabs are a must for a
That's just a Midwest thing. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah,
is it really?
Yeah. Same with happy hour.
Yeah,
happy hour is only a Midwest thing.
Yep.
Next, you're gonna tell me so is hot dish.
Yeah. And tailgate, like having open containers while like during a parade, like you're sitting down watching a parade, having open containers and stuff. That's all new. It was just that they just passed a law here. You could do it.
You know what? But we ought to have hot dish at the buffet.
You need to have award-winning buffet. Like that's what saves you. Is you have to have at least a 1-star chef who worked at Waffle House for at least a year. That way he's tough.
Yes, a Waffle House buffet with a little bit of hot dish on it.
What if we buy, instead of doing a strip mall, what if we start buying all of the failing old country buffets in America turn them into the strip clubs?
And what you do is you have the food around the stage. So the girls dancing while you go to get your food. The girls will make more money.
Food in the yum yum sauce.
That's perfect.
And like I said, you have that 65-year-old one that's dancing since she was 18. She just walks around and she's cleaning everything because her boobies are just hanging real low.
What, a couple of Swiffer dusters on the end of the nipple?
Exactly. She won't know.
Don't know.
She hasn't felt those things in 30 years. Millionaires, I'm telling you.
We're losing so many listeners right now.
This is what happens when you have a sausage party. All right, so so next story.
Yeah, I forgot what we were talking about. Last I heard was the shing shung shung stuff, and then we got into Rev being in a robot, and now we got old strippers with Swiffers in their nipples. I mean, that's what we got.
Started with put a fleshlight on the robot, and then it all went terribly awry. We're gonna switch over now to the other part of supernatural news. That's what we were gonna do. Getting into the tail end, so to speak, of our newscast here. Let's get into some ghost stories here, shall we?
Yeah,
these are the best.
A policeman took a photo of a deadly car crash before noticing a truly chilling detail. John Boulware was tragically killed in a car crash, but it is what a policeman on the scene caught on his camera that left experts stunned to this day. A policeman claimed to see the exact moment a car crash victim's spirit left his body after looking back at the photos of the scene. John Boulware was killed in a horrific car crash right outside of St. Paul, Minnesota on December 27th of 1984. The teenager had been on his way to watch Prince play in his hometown of Minneapolis, just 20 minutes away.
Nice. It's a good concert to go to.
It is. Actually, you know what? That would have been Purple Rain Tour.
I bet you his soul went right to the concert.
Probably. I
was like, okay, well, I'm not dying. I'm seeing this concert.
You kidding? If I got, that actually was Christmas of '84 was Purple Rain Tour. I wouldn't have skipped that show for the world. I would have went right to Met Center. But he tragically lost his life after the car he was in careened off the road and had smashed into a tree. YouTuber Mr. Ballin explained that the 16-year-old John had been in the front passenger seat of the car at the time of his collision. He was being driven alongside three of his friends, one of whom was behind the wheel of the car. According to testimonies, weather conditions had been particularly poor that night, but the pals were so excited for the concert they didn't care. Blasting music and chatting with one another, the teens were thrilled to make their way to Minneapolis and watch what Mr. Ballin described as their hometown hero. John turned around to his friends in the back and exclaimed just how happy he was to be seeing the Purple Rain singer. But it was at that moment that the driver lost control, sending the car off the road and hitting a tree. Police were called to the scene just minutes later and found John dead in the front passenger seat. Miraculously, the other three occupants of the car escaped with minor injuries, but were otherwise deemed okay. Officer Brown Coyle, which sounds like an alias, I know, had the unenviable task of taking pictures of the scene and John's dead body on his phone. But it wasn't until he looked back at the photos that he noticed something eerie. In one picture, a blurry photo of the wrecked Jeep can still be seen, still hoisted against the tree that claimed John's life.
Did you say on his phone?
Yeah, you saw my face get all skewed too, right?
Yeah.
Because I thought that's what you said, but didn't it take place in 84 or 88?
84.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have cell phones then.
That doesn't seem right, does it?
Unless Brown Coyle is a time traveler.
Yeah, he couldn't have took a picture on his phone. He would have had to take it with his camera. But that's what it says in the story. I read it right off the story. So that wouldn't be accurate.
Maybe he can you put crime scene pictures on your phone? Like if it's a cold case?
I mean,
I don't know the legality behind it, you know? You'd be the best guy to ask.
If it's a case that you worked and you were the officer, yes. But then your phone becomes subpoenable, right? Okay. So if it ever went to court, your entire ass phone can be subpoenaed for evidence.
Gotcha. Right? Yep. Yeah. We both were confused.
I don't know. That's a good question. However, in the top right-hand corner, a flash of yellowish light can be seen that seems to be in the shape of a face that bears a startling resemblance to John. I'll show you guys a picture here in a second. Some believe it to be John's spirit shouting as he hovers over the scene of the crime. The collection of light, as Mr. Ballin explains, looks eerily similar to John Boulware's face and seems to capture the moment of John's spirit departing Earth. Mr. Ballin continued, this is showing his final moment of life when he died. screaming as the car is about to crash into screaming as the car is about to crash into this tree. He added that when this photo was released to the public, there was a huge response from people who argued that it was real or whether it was real or not. See, this tells me that, again, he couldn't have taken it with his phone. Didn't exist then, like you guys said, that this was taken. This was taken.
Film.
It would have been a
film.
Polaroid. Yeah, it would have been a Polaroid back then.
Yeah. Officer Coyle remains to this day flummoxed by what he caught. He said on the side picture of the vehicle facing the driver's door above the vehicle, about even with where the front seat passenger would be sitting, there was a clear image of a face. It appeared to be an agony, a scream. It had distinctive hair and a distinctive profile. However, Coyle adds, they could explain some of the small things that are in each picture, but each of them told me they can't explain all of the things that are going on in one picture. There's no explanation in my mind, and the experts haven't been able to give me an explanation either. Let me show you what this picture looks like, because I
have a feeling I'm going to take a giant debunk shit all over this thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's it right there.
Oh, the ring light is so horrible for this.
Oh, sorry.
I see it looks like it's a reflection of something.
It does look like a reflection.
And they use flash because it's nighttime.
Yep.
And we don't know where the passenger mirror is or the rear view mirror is because obviously it was in a crash. We don't know. Can you hold it up a little bit higher, Tim?
Okay. Like this?
A little bit higher, higher, up. There we go. Because you see what I'm saying? Like, we can't see where the mirrors are. And if you look at the luggage rack, it looks like it's got two streaks coming off that are reflective. And if it's an 80 whatever Jeep, they would have the chrome on the sides, which is reflective.
Yeah, I would say it would depend on what they were taking this picture with, right?
Yeah.
If that was a Polaroid, right? They have been known to have these weird inclusions, right? Now, if this was like a wind up 35 millimeter camera, I can show you right now how to make that happen. Mm-hmm. You wind it up, you don't hit the flash at all, and you slap the bottom of the fucking thing 2-3 times, then you snap the picture. Wind the next one, do that again, and it's going to create these weird streaky image things. And
even if you've got if it was cold that night, first of all, so the coldness and condensation is going to cause those streaks across.
Plus, if there's breath, I'm assuming somebody's car could be facing it to light it. And if your breath hits, now you gotta remember, this is the 80s. This isn't LED lights. This is the basically brighter than a candle type lights, headlights, which would turn your breath orange.
Yep. And that you're right. And that could be floating across the windshield as he goes to snap.
He's taking a breath as he's, or it could be a combination of things. It could be a combination of the camera, like Rev just explained, combination of the breath, combination of the reflection,
breath,
perfect scenario.
Yeah, breath, street light, two come together. You take a picture, and it forms in that eerie shape, and then that's his soul leaving his body.
Biggest question I have in this too is, who the fuck is Prince?
Wow. By the way, 10 years died already. 10 years.
Have you seen the last picture of him? It's crazy.
Yeah, I have.
Him getting in the car.
Yeah. Are you thinking about Tupac or Prince?
Prince. No, they show it's Prince going into the car before he ODs.
No, I have. I've seen that one too.
I mean, I've seen the pictures of Tupac too, but
I've unfortunately seen the picture of him laying just outside the elevator too at Paisley.
I've seen that too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sad picture. Yeah.
Was it ruled suicide?
No.
Or accidental?
Accidental. Yeah. Yeah, because he didn't know that the dosage of painkiller he was taking was spiked. Yeah. Yeah.
Should have had some of that purple drink instead of that purple rain.
Wow. Rev. Ouch. Ouch.
Hey, look, I was born in 85, so I mean, he was already like not relevant by the time I was a fucking child,
Wow.
right?
Like, that's probably his greatest album is Purple Rain, and that was 84.
Look, it's not Insane Clown Posse. I don't care, right?
And then he compares Insane Clown Posse to Prince. Ouch. This one's for all the juggalos.
Oh,
That
superhuman.
kid annoys me, the one who does all the stunts.
People bring him in.
Woo woo. The
Wrestling shows.
Is it really?
wrestling show?
They used to, yeah. The fad's over now because he's literally done everything he possibly could to impress people.
After 3 tries.
Yeah, like if you look, he's just recycling stuff.
Yeah.
He's just using different wrestlers' names. Like, there's no difference between a Mick Foley elbow on a refrigerator with barbed wire than a John Moxley elbow on the refrigerator with it's still a refrigerator with barbed wire.
Right. Oh.
You know, we have a hard time coming up with ways to fall through shit. I know you're not.
Right. Yeah, you're not doing anything different, right?
Yeah.
Or better. Let's put it that way.
But I've been on a few shows with Violent J, and next time I see him, I'll have to let him know that, you know, he's been compared to Prince.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Hey.
You're welcome. Yeah, just let him know. Good old combatrev says forehead smoochy. You're better than Prince. You're still around.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
shit. I didn't think sacrilegious things that
Wow.
out of somebody's mouth could be worse.
Not 2026 strong.
He's going after what were Prince's fans? Paisleys?
No, good God. Come on, Bruiser.
Purple Army? Were you asterisks? Pound sign? What?
Pound signs. Horrible.
Were you guys all ampersands?
He was the thing.
Yeah.
And I like Prince. I was like picking on you more.
Like the most effeminate man in history to become your hero. Like,
He made Little Richard blush.
Rudolph Valentino would have been the most effeminate man in history to be a fan of.
like Richard Simmons was more masculine, you know? Like,
Come on.
I heard Prince made Freddie Mercury blush. Like, oh.
Oh, wow. And more tail.
He did get a lot of tail, though. I do give him credit to that.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't Vanity like the hottest thing in the 80s?
80s. Jesus.
what was it like in 1640, Tim?
Now, you didn't make the initial Mayflower. You're on the Santa Maria, right? Like, you
Yeah.
were A class. You were like, hey,
Yeah.
you don't have enough economy miles built
I
up.
didn't-
Get over here.
Travel and economy. I went business class. So, yeah. So,
Now, you know how sometimes we'll talk about how we're listening to old school music? Do you just call it school?
yeah, we just call it school. Yes. Yeah. I remember one time I was out on the boulevard breakdancing with Moses, and we were having the best time. And yeah.
How was Jesus' graduation?
We didn't have anything to put the diploma on per se because we weren't old enough to take their skin.
Rumor has it that after Eve bit the apple, she heard you yelling, "Hey, you want a bite of this?" You listen to snakes, huh?
Oh. Anyways, our next story. Have we ganged up enough on me now? Are we done? Or can we move on?
I missed you. You just lob them in the air for us.
I know. Well, I try to be a good host.
You're a great host.
Appreciate that.
So meanwhile, back on Noah's Ark.
He was the MC. You're the reason we don't have unicorns. You looked on the list and went, yeah, you're not on the list, buddy. Get out of here.
Yeah. Can I bring the room down with another dead story now?
Yes, more dead people, please.
Oh, you're going to ask, did you date this one? I'll hit this joke for you. Here, you can tell. Did we look good at prom together?
Yes. Look, she definitely looks like she's related to Bill Cosby.
Yes. 100%. She was the one he didn't roofie.
Oh,
Well, it was a family gathering.
that doesn't mean anything. Anywho, this woman was pronounced dead at 30, at the age of 30, and then was buried still alive. And when she was buried, she was still alive, and then lived another 47 years after they got her out from being 6 feet deep. How's this for a story?
Wow.
Do you know that saying when someone goes, "Hey, how are you doing today?" You say, "Oh, I woke up on the right side of the dirt." Do you think she looks around first and is like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Every single
yep.
day I would check to see if I were still in that box.
Yeah, no
Like,
shit.
I would become an insomniac. Like, I am not closing my eyes.
Right. You
Definitely claustrophobic. Yeah.
You assholes threw me into
stay
the
away
ground.
I would lock every door, every window, everything, and go to sleep with a shotgun in my hand.
You think any of her family members think she's a zombie?
Zombie. She gets hit in the face at least once a day.
The Pope shows up every day and hits her with a silver hand.
There's a support group, and it's just Jesus, Lazarus, and her.
No, come on. Oh my God.
She walked out of the hospital and her husband just went, "Ah, shit. Does that mean I gotta return the money?"
Just pushes it back at the insurance agent.
Keeps pushing her back into the morgue. She's trying to get out. He just, nope. Nope.
Insurance agent shakes his hand. Better luck next time. All right. S.E. Dunbar lived a quiet life in South Carolina until she died from an epilepsy attack in 1915. And her sister ended up being late for her funeral, which had unexpected results. How would you like to have been at the funeral when she came stumbling out?
Yeah, wait, huh? Are you
Praise.
again? How many times did she get hit in the face?
The loved ones of S.E. Dunbar were devastated when she died at just age 30 after suffering an epileptic seizure. Her funeral was quickly arranged by her husband.
See?
And she was buried 6 feet under the ground inside a wooden coffin in South Carolina more than a century ago. However, her grieving sister was late for the service and asked for the coffin to be dug back up so she could see her sibling one last time. Thank God.
Oh, I'd be so pissed if I was the gravedigger. Like, no. I'm not doing that.
So you want me to fucking what? How about you get a watch, bitch?
Yeah, I've already dug this damn hole twice. No.
What happened next was beyond belief. After prying open the lid, Essie was very much alive and smiling back at the world.
The gravedigger threw his shovel down. What? That's it. I quit. I'm done.
Imagine they open up the lid. He goes, "Miss me, bitch."
Oh, man. Meanwhile, the husband was already shacking up with the neighbor in celebration.
Meanwhile, the sister was shooing the husband away.
Husband was in mid-stroke and went, "Oh!"
It's not what you think. Wait, you're dead.
Little is known about Essie's early life. Born in 1885.
Nobody liked her.
Oh, no. Born in 1885, she lived a quiet, unremarkable life and stayed close to her family. Most of them lived nearby, though one sister lived in a neighboring town. Evidently, that's what took her so long to get there. Nothing set Essie apart until one summer day in 1950 when everything went catastrophically wrong after suffering an epileptic seizure and collapsing. Her family, panicked and desperate, sent for medical help. A local doctor, Dr. D.K. Briggs from Blackville, arrived to examine her, but to everyone's horror, found no sign of life, and she was pronounced dead. Grief set things in motion, and the family began funeral arrangements almost immediately. why was everyone in such a hurry? That's what I want to know.
What happens to this doctor's reputation?
Oh, I'm sure it was fine. This was in 18 fucking whatever, right? I mean, like, I'm sure you,
1915. So like,
yeah, he got his doctorate in a fucking Sears catalog. I'm sure. Like, fuck.
he had to put the hole punch card. 4 easy installments.
Here, ma'am, I think you have some ghost in your blood. You should do some cocaine about that.
Yep, this bitch dead.
Just put some leeches on her.
Leeches. Oh my God. So the family began funeral arrangements almost immediately, deciding to hold the services the following morning. So,
well, you know what to say, but bury him while they're warm.
Right,
you know?
No rest for the wicked.
Yeah.
The timing was chosen so Essie's sister could travel in from the nearby town to say goodbye.
Otherwise, they would have done it literally right then. Doctor, this bitch dead. Okay, let's throw her in the ground.
Put her in the ground.
Thank God it's 1915. We have holes everywhere.
The next day, Essie's body was placed inside a coffin. 3 preachers led the funeral service. 3?
They were in a hurry. They covered every denomination.
I guess. But as the service came to an end, the sisters still had not arrived. Faced with a difficult decision, the family chose to carry on and lower her into the ground. Oh, time is money. Minutes after the burial was completed, Essie's sister finally arrived, and the coffin was reluctantly exhumed so she could say her final farewell. But as the lid was unscrewed and lifted, Essie Dunbar suddenly sat upright and smiled at her sister.
Bessie, what you doing here?
And then Essie's Dunbar sister clocked her in the head and carried her quickly.
Called the 3 pastors and come on back. You didn't do your job.
We need an exorcism.
Bless the devil out this bitch. Let's bury her. The ministers conducting the service panicked and they all fell into the grave, with one of them breaking some ribs, according to Buried Alive, published in 2002. Yeah, evidently it was traumatic for the ministers who were there.
I could just see them landing, seeing her, and doing that like scared back up, and they're kicking dirt at her, and they're just trying to hit her like
run.
Ruh-roh, Randy.
Zombie.
Zombie.
Even Essie's own family fled in terror, believing they were witnessing something supernatural as the undead woman climbed out of the coffin and tried to follow them.
That's what Essie goes, is that me?
Yeah.
Do not go in there.
Remarkably, after her horrifying ordeal, Essie returned to her quiet life. Reports from decades later describe her working in the fields, picking cotton, and living independently. She even outlived the doctor who had declared her dead. Dunbar has many friends today. A local doctor, Dr. O.D. Hammond, who treated one of her injured preachers during the funeral, told the Augusta Chronicle she gets a nice-sized welfare check monthly and earns some money picking cotton. By the 1950s, she was known locally, had friends, and supported herself with a mix of welfare and work. Essie Dunbar died, this time for real, in 1962 at the age of 77 in a hospital, a proper one, where they could properly declare her dead. Local newspapers reported her passing with the headline, "Final Funeral Held for South Carolina Woman."
They also waited 3 months to bury her.
Yes, yeah. I'm sure they put her on ice and froze them.
So the husband's like, yeah, we don't have to rush this one.
They threw a stake through her heart and took her head off this time.
Wrapped silver around her before they buried her.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, that used to be a pretty common thing. I mean, in England, didn't they used to have those little bells?
They had the bells, yeah.
Over the, yeah.
And that's why a wake would last so long, because it wasn't you grieving the dead, it was waiting for them to wake.
Yeah, yeah, and they would put the string down into the coffin so you could pull the string in case you were buried.
Isn't that like in Jewish faith too? Like the body can never be alone for the first couple of hours, 24 hours or something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Another story that's a little alarming. I don't know if you guys heard about this or not, but Chevy Chase supposedly This is a euphemism, by the way, but supposedly, according to his daughter, came back from the dead after an 8-day coma. This was 4 years ago.
Yeah, he's on the Tom Segura podcast, and he talked about it.
Yeah. I have the story right here about it. By the way, he had a really funny. There was a really funny cameo he made for. I'm trying to remember which comedian it was, but there's a comedian who filmed with. Was it Rodney Dangerfield? Evidently, Rodney Dangerfield didn't like the fact that Chevy paused during their scene in Caddyshack, I think it was.
Okay.
One of the lines. So this comedian also paused in a scene with, I think it was during Back to School or something like that. So he did the exact same Chevy pause. And he said, "Hey, kid, don't ever do that again." He got really pissed off and he walked away from him. So Chevy did a cameo to this comedian, and he goes, "I heard about what you did. That was great. Merry Christmas." And that's all he said, but it was really fun.
Well, he's got that new documentary coming out, and I think they cover this in the documentary too. And you can tell hearing his voice, like he's had something. I mean, yeah, he's 82 years old, but like his voice and his speech, is affected.
He sounds rough. Chevy Chase's daughter said the comedian came back from the dead while opening up about his 2021 health scare. Over 4 years ago, the 82-year-old Saturday Night Live alum was previously in an 8-day coma while hospitalized for heart failure in 2021. His daughter, I believe it's Kaylee Chase, who's 40 years old, who is one of 3 he shares with his third wife, Janie Chase, opened up about the harrowing incident in his new documentary, I'm Chevy Chase and You're Not. In the upcoming release, he also broke his silence about being left out of SNL's 50th year anniversary special, though he was one of the he was one of the original cast members from 1975 to 1976. Keep in mind, he was only there for a year. And also Bill Murray was not featured in that as well. She said that let me try that again. She said that he has basically come back from the dead, adding that the comedian had heart failure in a clip from the documentary. The rest of the Chase family, including his and Janie's eldest daughter, Sydney, Kathleen Chase, 42, and youngest daughter, Emily Rochelle Chase, 37, also appeared in the upcoming Tell-All series and recalled his health scare. Something was wrong, and he couldn't explain to me what was wrong, Chase's wife, Janie, said. So we got to the ER. His heart stops. And during those years he was out drinking, he got cardiomyopathy, when the heart muscles get weaker and they can't pump as much blood out with each beat, she continued. Chase's longtime friend Peter Aaron also made an appearance in the documentary and said the week-long coma was pretty rough on the comedian's body. They decided to put him in a coma for maybe 8 days, he recalled. That's pretty rough on the body. Chase's daughter, Kaylee, then chimed in. The doctor had warned us we might not get him back. We don't know how present he'll be. Prepare yourself for the worst. He woke up and all he could do was use his voice, she said. Kaylee said she was worried at the time that her dad would have permanently been affected by the heart failure and subsequent coma. However, she recalled realizing that he was the same when a nurse came into the room to check on the medical equipment. She said, I'm going to have to put this in here, the actor said. That's what she said. Okay, I get the joke. I didn't tell the joke right, but there you go. In this documentary, Chase also opened up about how the 8-day coma left lasting effects on him otherwise, and said he experienced memory loss after he was hospitalized for heart failure. It's just that it affects your memory, he said, so I have to be reminded of things. These are my first few final days home. I can only say how happy I am to now be back with my family. I'm feeling proud, Chase added at the time. I was in the hospital for 5 weeks, he continued, though he did not reveal back then he had been in a coma after experiencing heart failure. Recalling what her father experienced following the health scare and 5-week hospital stay, she added, well, I mean, he's 80-something and he's basically come back from the dead. She said, oh my God, he had heart failure. Have they talked about that at all? It's also hard to talk about. I tell you what, I'll post the article in the description of this program because there is some video footage as well from the special that I think you guys would probably want to take a look at. But I'd also heard from another source that because they were short on time with some of the 50th anniversary stuff, they chose to, especially like with the music special and everything, when they brought everybody on stage from the original cast, they left like Bill Murray out on purpose, and they left Chevy out on purpose. But they brought everybody else on stage. So I don't know.
Well, I know he didn't leave on good terms, but I know he's on good terms with them now.
Mhm.
Like, I've heard that's just what he went over. He said he regretted leaving. He left for a girl. You know,
Yep.
him and Lauren had a falling out, but they've made up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's just what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was so much to pack into that weekend too.
Yeah.
And I know that they didn't want to make it all about the original cast. They wanted to make it about, all 50 years. So, and I think they kind of felt like the original cast would overshadow everybody if they didn't, have more of a mix of everybody. So
I'm a little pissed off they didn't put me on it.
well, you weren't in the cast, see? So,
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
you got to
shit.
kind of work there. Otherwise, I would have asked to be included in the bit too. So, yeah.
That is like me asking Santa for some BTGGs,
Yeah, right. See, that's kind of you got to kind of let Bruiser in on the bit to know what that is.
Oh, big titty goth girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He asked for that for Christmas and was surprised when he didn't get it.
Oh, not one on your
Well, I was
tree tied.
very upset.
You didn't have one on your tree all tied up.
No, yeah, I was really mad, and my wives were looking at me, and they were like, "Yeah, that's like kidnapping. You can't do that, right?" And I'm like, "Don't fucking ruin Christmas for me."
Just say, hey, as long as they're over 18.
Like, this is some bullshit. Santa's not real. I know that now because it wasn't there.
It hasn't been there since I was 10 years old. Like keeping this fat ass a chance. Thinking this is my year.
I left cookies out for him, some eggnog, fucking Dr. Pepper, all of the good shit.
And all that shit was gone in the morning, but no BTGG.
I had to explain to him that Santa wasn't Jeffrey Epstein and there's RICO laws. So, yeah, that he couldn't transport women over state lines.
It was Christmas magic, man. Christmas magic.
Christmas magic. I said Christmas magic doesn't work that way. So, yeah. So, I'm hoping he'll understand someday. That's
one day.
I don't know. He was probably excited. Think about it. You're excited to go to Disney World, or you're excited to go to Wally World. You get there, Wally World's closed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right?
Absolutely.
See how I'm tying the two together? Yeah, look at that. See?
Yeah,
but at least he didn't hold up Santa, which I'm proud of him.
He could have, but he was following the rules, thinking, "Hey, I'm going to get a BTGG at the end of this."
That's right.
Next year, he just knows to be sitting on his couch with a 50 cal.
Yep.
That fat ass gets down there.
Yep, that shit is on. That shit is on, Santa. You fucking home intruding fucking burglar motherfucker, using your black magic bullshit coming down my goddamn chimney. Yep.
You guys have castle law, right?
Yep. No.
Not here, no.
Oh,
But as long as nobody knows.
it's magic. It's magic.
Yeah. I mean, as long as that bastard's gone, nobody's going to be watching.
What do you
He's
think?
not going to know when everybody's awake.
You think you bleeds fairy dust and not real blood? How are you going to clean that up?
I don't know, Tim. We'll cross that bridge when I fucking get there. Okay.
He comes down a chimney. He can just start the fire.
Yeah, maybe I'll do some real fucked up shit and I'll stuff him in his sack. All right.
Wow. You're
That
so
little
angry today.
little fucking pocket dimension he has.
So angry today, Rev. What's up?
I am. I'm mad. He didn't bring them.
Wow.
I was such a good boy all year.
He left them eggnog, man.
If only Jess would have made it from the airport. She could have calmed you down, I think. Holy cow. Whew.
All right,
See,
Tim.
Santa's flight never gets delayed. What the hell?
Yeah, no, it never happens. We should explain to people that the ladies couldn't make it today. It's bad weather out there, so it's the Supernatural News sausage party today. That's right. So that the testosterone's a little high, but that's okay. Not wrong. So you're getting the by the way, if I had to try and bleep everything in this show, I would you would
just be one long bleep.
You'd never get it on time. No. So you're getting it unfiltered today. So that's all there is to that. So all right, our next story, we're going to get into our prediction segment here, but we're going to lead in with a couple of stories about what other established psychics are predicting for 2026, and then we'll recap with what Jess and I predicted for 2025, and then we'll get into what the three of us will think here for 2026. That's how this will go. Baba Vanga, famous psychic.
Best name ever.
Best name ever.
Yeah.
Had some predictions for 2025 and evidently has some predictions for 2026. Predicted that a large spaceship would visit Earth in 2026. The blind Bulgarian mystic once made a prediction about visitors from space that has recently gone viral. Born in Bulgaria in 1911, Baba Vanga spent most of her life in the Koju Mountains and was renowned the world over for her prophetic predictions about the future. While a great deal of skepticism has always surrounded the accuracy of these predictions, many people remain adamant that she had successfully foretold a wide range of major global events. Even though she died back in 1996 at the age of 85, I know you could be saying, well, Tim, how is she still making predictions? I don't know.
She wrote them down.
Yeah, she wrote them down.
Yeah. Or she's AI now.
It could be.
Well, 1996, that's the beginning of blogs. Maybe she blogged about it.
She blogged her ass off, evidently. 30 straight years, my friend. And evidently is an 85-year-old, because that's when the age that she died at 1996. Her predictions are still referenced and scrutinized for indications of what may come to pass in the future. Some people are projecting a bit. One prediction in particular that has become increasingly relevant is that of a large spaceship arriving on Earth in November of 2026, thus bringing it, or with it, first contact between humans and aliens. So she's saying this is the year, this one right here. Here comes the spaceship and we all make contact, right? There are also references to this happening during a sporting event.
It'll land right in the middle of a playoff game. Well, it's November, so
wait, November,
right in the middle of preseason, or right in the middle of the football season.
Is Will Smith going to be there to make contact?
Yes, he's going to blow it up. As they release a new Men in Black, which is supposed to be this year too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Keep my wife's name out your motherfucker mouth, Clip Clark.
Welcome to Earth, bitch.
I'm just thinking, is the World Series beginning in November?
No, it's October.
Is it?
Oh, wait. Yeah, it could be the World Series. Watch, it turns out to be like a Panthers-Jaguars game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where is everybody?
Where is everybody anyway? Or even worse, it could be a Vikings game. Nobody's watching.
A Giants game.
A Vikings-Giants game. And there's absolutely nobody watching. And J.J. McCarthy's quarterbacking. And he misses the UFO by a mile with a pass. I digress. But I'm just thinking November. Or you know what? It could be at a soccer stadium and nobody cares.
Yeah. It could be at a cricket stadium. We're not thinking worldwide.
Yeah,
it could be a sumo hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of different kind of sports ball stuff.
Yeah. There's a lot of sports ball, as Rev puts it. A lot of sports ball.
They landed at CrossFit games. Like, what the hell is this?
CrossFit.
The Special Olympics. When is that going on?
Special Olympics. You know, you brought up Olympics. There are Olympics this year.
Our people. All right.
There's winter. Aren't there winter and summer? No, that's winter and summer Olympics. So winter Olympics are this. Yeah, so no, that wouldn't count. One alternative interpretation of this prediction suggests that the spacecraft was actually due to arrive this year instead, and the discovery of 3i Atlas in our solar system. It's a comet. Back in July. No, it's not. You know why?
Fucking SpaceWorks, Tim.
It's not. You know why? It's not SpaceWorks, because it's going bye-bye right now. I want you to, okay, we're going to take a timeout. Here's a timeout. I want you to fully acknowledge right now, Rev. Look at your camera right now and say, it's just a comet.
That it's SpaceWorks.
Just a comet. Just say it's just
SpaceWorks.
Just a comet.
SpaceWorks.
Say, I'd like to come clean. It's just a comet. Maybe you'll get an endorsement.
It's a space ox. It's bright and bloody space ox.
I will die on that hill, Tim.
And why are they leaving the universe? Or why are they leaving our
They probably took one look at us and went, yeah, no, we're good.
Yeah.
No, not you two. Come on, Bruce.
They started looking and they saw everybody going 6, 7.
The one probably went, hey, Glorp, how much fuel we got? Well, Thorpe, we got about half a tank. Okay, keep going. We're good. Keep going.
Yep.
The comet.
Space orcs.
As the story says, when the comet passed its closest approach to Earth a few days ago and began heading back out into the solar system. However, the possibility seemed to have been put to bed that the thing was actually anything other than a comet.
Space orcs.
Alien visitors aside, Baba Vanga also predicted other things for 2026, such as wars, earthquakes, and floods, although none of these things are actually anything new. Whether anything will happen next year that can be explicitly connected to one of her predictions, however, remains to be seen. All right, that's one psychic's prediction. Our next psychic is a man who's been dubbed the living Nostradamus, giving his bone-chilling predictions for 2026. I wouldn't go so far as saying bone-chilling, but here we go. These are his predictions for 2026. This living Nostradamus also gave predictions last year. He goes by the name of Athos Salome. He's a Brazil native. He's been renowned for his eerie prophecies and often shares his yearly forecast before we roll into the new year. He's said to have predicted various world events, including the sad death of Queen Elizabeth II and the COVID pandemic. So let's see what he has here for 2026 as soon as the story populates. That's always fun. Here we go. Okay. So this psychic also claimed that Russia, what did he claim here? Here we go. He also claims that, again, well, you know what? We'll just go straight to what it says here. Okay, he also says that from devastating weather events to increasing international conflicts, it says, saddle up here for Salome's chilling predictions for the year ahead. I'm all saddled up. I just want to know what the heck he's predicting here. Okay, so he says that there will be a threat as far as World War III goes. The final months of 2025 have seen, it says, World War III fears reach new heights as Russia continues to unleash direct threats to Europe. And the mystic fears that conflict could escalate even further in 2026. He says it's feared that the UK could now be facing the greatest military threat of a generation, with Brits warned to prepare for the scale of war our grandparents or great-grandparents endured. In a haunting speech given in Germany this month, Western Military Alliance's chief Mark Rutte said Russia is already escalating its overt campaign against our societies. And according to Chatham House, Russian expansion in the Arctic is increasing, becoming a key security challenge for Europe. Salome said of the year ahead, the most recent interceptions indicate that Russia is moving missile systems to strategic areas in the Arctic. This increases the likelihood of direct confrontations with NATO during the ice melt in 2026. The psychic also claimed that Russia could call up approximately 800,000 reservists by March of 2026 to prepare for a more assertive approach to cybersecurity and air defense. This comes as tensions continue to rise over the war in Ukraine, with President Zelensky ruling out the possibility of handing over Ukrainian territory to Russia. Meanwhile, a peace proposal drafted by Washington and Moscow suggests that significant swaths of Ukraine will be surrendered to Russian President Vladimir Putin, with potential limits placed on the Ukrainian military. The next prediction, chaos in space. The mystic is also concerned about the threat of devastating solar storms in 2026, as they could spark mass disruption and power outages. Salome claims there is constant evidence to suggest that space weather and the space weather forecast could happen in March. He told Unilad since 2024, It has peaked in solar activity and exhibited a marked trend in increasing instability. This is not inflated language. It mirrors an actual physical risk that's growing month after month. My direct and objective perspective is as follows. Solar storms now seem like the most plausible scenario to have such immediate impact on daily lives and backed by robust science. Salome warns that his prediction deserves complete focus, not out of fear, but rather due to measurable signals in synchrony with potential power cuts, communication failures, and technological disruptions in affected regions. Solar activity can strike swiftly without much warning, making his forecast the most urgent of all. NASA says that a solar storm, again, is an eruption of particles, debris, and magnetic fields, which are shot into our solar system by the sun. And although the living Nostradamus' warnings have been supported by various scientists, with the solar cycle first reported to have began in November 2024, NASA also highlighted that this was not likely to affect the general public. They stated that this weather phenomena occurs every 11 years, where at its peak, the magnetic poles of the sun are flipped, with the sun entering a stormy state. A previous storm took place in September of 1859, named the Carrington event, where an impressive auroral display was spotted, along with telegraph stations reporting fires, according to the University of Alaska's Geophysical Institute. So NASA is saying not likely, but he's saying it may happen. All right. Those are the two major things he sees happening. So with that in mind, I went back to last year and I pulled up the predictions of both Jess and I. And I actually have them on audio. So I'll play Jess's first, and I'll tell you what mine were. I don't have to go into the entire audio. Mine's kind of long. But this is Jess's audio of last year of her predictions. So here we go. So with all this in mind, Jess, all this fire hose I just fired at you.
It's a lot.
You have 4 more predictions. You can go anywhere. You can go entertainment. You can go global politics. You can go economy. You can go anywhere.
Okay. Well, I did jot some down earlier.
Okay.
And one of them, I do think that there is going to be an increased number of paranormal encounters or phenomenon reported, some UFO, even more ghostly encounters, maybe more Bigfoot sightings, stuff like that. And I feel like it's going to be more mainstream media is going to pick it up more often than it has in the past.
Okay.
I think AI is going to get out of control. It's going to mirror what you just talked about, because I feel like there's going to be some serious issues, particularly with like deep fake stuff, and that there's going to be a lot of chaos around that and people not knowing what to believe anymore.
Okay.
And I feel like that will bring a focus of people trying to come up with some like legislation to control it a little bit.
Okay.
I did put that I think Russia will stop attacking Ukraine. But also that feels like not a permanent solution.
Okay.
And I think there's going to be like turmoil with the royal family. And I feel like it has to do with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. So
I always feel like she's like going to leave him or something.
really? So
I do. I don't know why.
So
it feels so temporary to me. I don't know. People are probably going to hate me for saying that, but it has the whole time. I feel like a zit's going to pop. Yeah, and I have one for you and I. I feel like Darkness Radio is going to level up in 2025.
Okay. Well, let's put that in.
So I'm adding an extra one. I think that makes me at 6.
All right. Excellent. All right. All right. So those are Jess's. Those are Jess's for 2025. Now, I will tell you, I'm trying to think of everything that she listed there. There's nothing there that stood out, right? Or was there? Was there something that I'm missing that
The paranormal being more mainstream happened. In fact, here in North Carolina at the local news station, they have a segment once a week about paranormal, and they have a on their own little go to their news thing for video podcasts and all that, and they have it's Are We Alone? And it's they go into it, and it's been about 9, 10 months that they've been doing that,
Oh,
and like
okay.
so once a week they do either alien, crypto, ghost, something.
Okay. All right. We'll give her that
Yeah.
one.
AI has absolutely gotten out of control to the point where they were passing legislation, and that happened this year, just like she predicted.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you had both the Senate and Congress getting together going, yeah, we need to start drafting laws right now to prevent any of these type of deep fake things. She was 100% right on that. Oh, and didn't she say something about darkness radio leveling up? What was that really excitable fucking message that came across like a handful of months ago?
Oh,
What's it?
wait. No. Wait a minute. No, I don't have anything to announce yet. So,
Oh,
yeah. So, but potentially now I'm going to read off what Jess has for 2026.
Okay.
Okay. So, in fact, she sent me a message with her 5 for this year, and then I'll tell you. And then I'll tell you what I'll put an addendum on the end of hers. So her 5 for 2026. Number 1, an end to the war in Ukraine. Maybe wishful thinking, but it feels like it's nearing an end. I want you to remember the zit comment, because without knowing so and without her listening to her 2025 stuff, she said it again in 2026. Kind of interesting. Number 2, an improvement in our economy. It has to get better, right? But I think interest rates will come down and people will feel a little financial relief in 2026. Number 3, I feel like we'll see people embracing more experiences, stepping away from technology and touching grass, in quotes, more. As they say, even though technology has never been more in our face. Number 4, I don't have a strong political opinion either way, but it feels like a zit is going to pop politically, whatever that means. Number 5, I'm sticking with Darkness Radio, going to the next level in 2026. Our 20th year feels a little extra magical. With that, now I'll put the addendum on it because evidently Rev can't hold his water. But you know what? I think I'll hold on to it for a second until I do mine. With that, let's go to Rev.
oh.
Yeah, we'll put you on the spot.
Holy shit.
Yeah, 5 for 2026. Actually, no, I can do Mally's real quick if you want. I can do Mally's real quick.
Yeah, do Mally's.
Okay. Mally's got her 5 here for 2026. I asked her to submit 5, and she's done so. These are her 5. She says, number 1, an earthquake in New York. She doesn't say what strength on the Richter scale, any fatalities or anything, just an earthquake in New York. Number 2, a Dolly Parton health scare.
Okay.
Interesting. Number 3, the Detroit Tigers make it to the World Series. That's pretty bold. Number 4, a discovery that there is a serial killer on the loose. That'd be pretty scary. What's that?
There's one in Texas. They just talked about they think there's a serial killer in Austin.
Really? Currently?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The law enforcement won't admit it, but men of the same age dying the same way, being placed in the same river, kind of points to the same person.
How do we know it's not Chupacabra?
It could be. You're absolutely right.
Number 5, a cure for a large percentage of cancer is announced or leaked, and the pharmaceutical companies can't do anything about it. So we start to see results of many people healing. Interesting 5.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Those are Mally's 5 for 2026. Okay, now Rev, you're up.
Okay. All right. Well, let's put on the doom and gloom hats. All right. Shall we? Venezuela. GWAT, baby. Number 2. The global war on terror. I see exactly what happened to us in Iraq happening again with Venezuela right now. Between the rhetoric, between the buildup, between what's about to unfold, I think Venezuela is going to be Iraq. And we're going to see that repeat right now. I think we are months away from it kicking off, if even. So that's number 1. Number 2, I think that may spark off that global conflict. And if you were to think about who the players and the teams would be, it would essentially be, again, the Western grouping, right, versus BRICS. The economic field of BRICS would essentially be that enemy nation state group that we would be fighting. You already have Russia and China and Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
They are currently evacuating some of their embassies right now. I think that if even one of their citizens get hurt during something popping off there, we're all hands on deck, every direction going, right? So I think that's kind of a twofer, right? So you got GWAT kicking off with Venezuela, right? And then you got possibly a global war going on with that. So I'll call that a 2-for-1, okay? I believe that we cannot economically sustain said global conflict, and a great economic shift will happen. I think that the U.S. reserve dollar will go bye-bye, and we will move completely onto a digital currency.
Oh, interesting.
I think that the U.S. Federal Reserve is going to launch their own digital currency, and then that will give great levels of power to anyone behind those levers of power to silence people that are saying things that the government doesn't agree with.
Yeah.
We saw that play out in multiple countries, including, friendly nation states like Canada, when the truckers were protesting and they froze all of their assets and all of their bank accounts, right?
Yep.
I think that the lessons learned from that, our government was watching and wants in on that game too. And so I think they are going to make a very swift transition towards that. And we are probably going to find ourselves in a completely digital currency within the next 3 to 5 years. But I think next year they're going to start, 2026 is when we're going to start making that transition. So that's number 3. Number 4, Tim decides a very poor life choice and decides to take Travis along, aka combatrev, to some Darkness Radio event somewhere where I act an absolute fool. And everybody there is highly entertained. And number 5, Santa finally brings my fucking BGT. Bring me my BTGG Santa Claus. Fucking Combat Rev out.
Is this under duress or does he do it willingly? Is there, it doesn't matter?
Situation dictates. Mid TC. All right.
All right. Bruiser, you got your 5?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My number 1 is I believe that instead of being a global war, like Rev was predicting, I think we're going to a civil war here in the United States. There's been fractures for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Social media plays into that. No one's allowed to have an opinion. You must choose one side or the other is the belief of a lot of people, and that's what leads to war, because we don't talk anymore. We argue.
Hmm.
So I think that's going to happen here. I think the Venezuela, the Russia, the Ukraine, all that's supposed to be look over here, so you don't see what's going on over here.
Hmm.
Number two, I do not think the war in Russia and Ukraine is going to end. They keep talking about these peace talks, but that's only between the United States and Ukraine. Russia's not even sitting in on them.
Right.
How do you have peace talks with somebody when they're not there?
Right.
You know? So I think that war is going to rage on. And I think it's actually going to get bigger, because we're going to have to get involved, but we're going to be in the middle of the civil war that we are having here. So what do? I think they're going to want to go over there to try to unite us, and it will fail. Number three, I believe a new cryptid will be discovered. I know they just announced they've cloned direwolves up in Wisconsin and all that. I believe with genetic testing and something, it's going to create another cryptid. And this cryptid's going to be, I don't know if they're going to know about it or what, but it's going to somehow get out in the wild, and we have a brand new cryptid. So there's four. And number five, I believe that these Winter Olympics will be life-changing, but not for the good. I think something's going to happen big at the Olympic Games this year. Something, it just, you know what I mean? Like, something's going to happen. I don't know. You know, you can think back to the 70s with the hostages. You can think to the bomber in Atlanta. I just have a feeling something, the way that tension is in the world, everyone coming together. And again, this goes back to my first point, people not knowing how to have a conversation. They just argue. It's going to erupt. And what better stage to do something where literally the world is watching? Even if you don't watch the Olympics, it's on your TV 24/7.
Yeah.
And I think some group is going to make a statement.
I think you're right.
Hopefully it's not too bad, but it just, we're a boiling pot right now, and the cover's on, but the cover's wobbling.
Yeah, worldwide, it's a boiling pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you're right. Someone may make a move during one of these Olympic Games.
Yeah, look what happened with the Hamas thing. They went to a giant music festival.
Yeah.
And that lasted for how long? You know what I mean? Like, now you have literally the world's best athletes in one village.
Yeah. And it could be 1972 all over again.
You're correct.
Yeah, you're right. Unfortunately, you're right. Trying to think if we have time for me to play because I think my selection's 5 minutes, or if I should just read them. I think I'll just read my 2025 ones, and I can explain just briefly what they were. My number one from 2025, where the Vikings would win the Super Bowl in 2025. Of course, they lost. I lost that within 2 weeks of making that prediction. Sam Darnold was not what we thought he was, although he's ramping up to make himself look like maybe he was better.
Yep. A lot better. Look at Seattle now.
I know they're looking at like they may be the number one seed this year, but we'll find out, won't we? Number two, huge news surrounding the Pope. And as I put it there, not good, either an illness or death. As we know, the Pope died last year and there was a new Pope.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think I got that one. Number three, I said that Russia would have absorbed the Ukraine in 2025. And that, can you read my own writing here? Maybe I should have played the clip. And that by absorbing Ukraine, that would have made a war in the European theater and would have made the U.S. more isolationist. I was one step ahead there. I think I went a little too far on that deal. Went a little too far on that. It hasn't happened yet. I still am of a mind that, and I think only because Zelensky has been holding on by the skin of his fingernails, that they're at a point where they're still talking. But I really don't see too many ways out for Zelensky. I just don't. It's only because he's managed to charm the U.S. that he's managed to hold on.
And again, how do you have peace talks with one that's not in the war,
Right.
and the other one doesn't show up to the table. So
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Were you going to say something, Rev? I'm sorry.
No, I just elbowed my sign and made loud clanging noises.
Number 4. And I think I got this one as of last week, and I'm sorry that I did. Major movie icon dies tragically and prematurely.
Rob Reiner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And number 5, I predicted that there would be a recession in the U.S. economy in 2025. I don't think we've hit an official recession. I think we flirted with it all year, but we didn't hit one. I think we got darn close. There were economic indicators towards summer that had interest rates not been lowered by the U.S. Reserve, we would have reached a recession. The only reason we didn't, again, was because the Reserve lowered interest rates. But had they not, I think we would be in a recession right now. That's the only thing that stopped. Okay, my 2026 predictions go as follows. I don't think I'm going to lose on this Vikings prediction. The Vikings will bring in a quarterback for competition for JJ.
Nope. Not happening.
You don't think so?
Nope.
I think
they spent too much money on him.
I think they will, if only to push the kid.
Is that the hockey team or?
Yes, it's the hockey team, Rev.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, just making sure. All right.
It's the hockey team. I just think they will bring one in. And believe it or not, I think it'll be Malik Willis or Mac.
No, Malik Willis is getting a starting job somewhere.
He may be promised one in Minnesota, my friend.
No. He's not going to go where he has to compete.
And you know what game's gonna decide that? It's gonna be this next Sunday.
No.
I'm telling you. If he doesn't rise to the challenge and play next Sunday, he's gonna have issues. Again, number 2, the U.S. economy will flirt with recession this next year. There's only going to be one interest rate cut in 2026. And the Fed has said that they've stayed firm on that. I know President Trump has said he wants to get rid of the Fed Reserve chairman. It's not going to happen. He can't do it. It has to be done by the board. That alone tells me that's not going to be enough to stimulate the economy. I'm just telling you from common sense, not from a psychic standpoint. We're going to flirt with recession in 2026, especially with other economic factors out there. And if like stuff that both gentlemen have said here today with world events, I really do think that's going to be enough to tank our economy. So I think we're not only going to, I'll say flirt with recession. I won't say a recession, but it'll be darn close. The job market has been in the tank and it's going to continue to be in the tank. And I think that's going to stimulate that as well. The third one, I know both of you gentlemen may disagree with me on, but with Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day movie coming out this coming summer, I think Disclosure's on. And Disclosure will get to be the closest as it's ever been, if not happen, this next year. I think the Disclosure Day movie is the precursor to Disclosure by the U.S. government.
Okay.
Much like Close Encounters of the Third Kind was the beginning, I think, of the movement by the government. I think this is the end. I think this is the introduction.
So you think the alien disclosure process is bookended by 2 Steven Spielberg movies?
I wouldn't laugh that off. I would actually agree with that.
Yeah. I guess because it's media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's a respected, it's not some schlub.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I would agree with that.
I think it's the beginning of Disclosure. Yeah. Number 4. a political scandal will change the 2026 midterm elections and will turn some red state election results blue, much to the chagrin of everyone. And it may tie into one of Bruiser's predictions. I won't go so far as to say a civil war, but it will amp up the way people think politically in this country, maybe even raise the temperature of the way people are thinking politically in this country. It will be a legit election. It will be a legit finding because people do vote the opposite in midterms when they're not happy.
Mm-hmm.
But people will vote blue in some red states because they're not happy with the way things are going, or they're not happy because of this particular political scandal. And it's going to upset a lot of people. And
Epstein Island.
oh no,
I was gonna say, do you think are you saying it's gonna be one candidate or it's gonna be like the Epstein files, like?
Oh no, I'm not saying it's even the Epstein files,
but something where it's all parties.
You know what?
Involved.
I will even go so far as to say it won't have anything to do with the Epstein files. It has to do with it's a monetary thing. Okay. And it has to, we'll find out more about huge budgetary cuts and the money that's happened from those budgetary cuts going into private lawmakers' hands.
Gotcha.
And the fact that those lawmakers have been lying about it. And PAC funds going directly into lawmakers' hands and going into their bank accounts. And you'll get individual names. And those lawmakers will lose those elections.
That'll definitely raise the temperature.
Oh, yeah.
Snap.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think it has anything to do with Epstein files. I don't think. I
was just using it as an example. Like, do you mean it's going to not just be one candidate? It's going to be like you just described. It's going to be.
It's going to be specific lawmakers, and you're going to find out. This one took money. This one took money. It's gonna be a payola scandal.
Yeah.
That type of deal. And finally, much like Rev was trying to tip off before, pretty good changes or great changes are coming for Darkness Radio number 5. And all I can tip off or say is that Jessica was close in 2025. In fact, she was very close, but not anything I can announce yet. But yeah, we are working on some stuff. But I can't say anything yet. But I will as soon as I can. In the meantime, we'll just say that we're starting things off here with a bang this week. As you've already heard yesterday, and as you'll hear tomorrow, I'll give you a little hint for tomorrow. I won't tell you who the guest is tomorrow, but I'll just tell you that we'll start things off in our 20th year, much the way we did in the first year. That's how I'll do that.
With robots and fleshlights?
Yes, robots and fleshlights. That's how we started it 20 years ago.
Starting it off with a bang. I mean,
but instead of AI, it was a CNC.
Yeah, it was a C. Yes, speak and spell. All right, we've got. Boy, we're running long today. Let's get into some of these top 10 lists from Unexplained Mysteries for Cryptozoology stories of 2025. From Bigfoot to Loch Ness, here's their top cryptozoological stories for the last 12 months. Number 10, 5 terrifying encounters with real sea monsters. Do giant multi-tentacled man-eating sea monsters actually exist? They say they'll look at 5 terrifying tales here. That was number 10. Number 9, strange video shows shadowy 4-legged creature in Argentina. A clip out of Buenos Aires this week sparked rumors of demons and other weirdness. Number 8, sightings of the enigmatic Mokele Mbembe are reportedly on the rise. Do you know what a Mokele Mbembe is there, Rev?
I mean, I think she was in my DMs.
I think. Yeah. And whoever she is, tell her to shave that shit. An increasing number of people claim to have witnessed a dinosaur-like creature in the forests of the Congo Basin. Number 7, a man claims to have found Bigfoot remains in New York State. If you remember this story, a team headed up by a self-professed Bigfoot expert has allegedly discovered the remains of one of the creatures. Number 6, witnesses report midnight encounter with an owl man on a road in Illinois. Our good friend Lon Strickler, I believe, is involved in this story. A peculiar encounter with a very unusual creature 3 years ago left one couple desperate for answers. Number 5, the first Loch Ness Monster photograph of 2025 was hailed as fantastic. A new image has emerged showing what appears to be a hump just under the surface of the water. That's right, it's the lovely Loch Ness lady humps. And there was a pretty good picture of it as well.
Whale dick.
Whale dick. That's
whale dick.
Bruiser claims it's whale dick. We have to go with it. Number 4, a video of an alleged giant anaconda sparks controversy and debate just as the movie comes out. Helicopter footage of a giant snake in the Amazon has recently gone viral online, but not everyone was convinced. Number 3, a man spots a Bigfoot-like creature wading across a river in Oklahoma. The encounter happened early in the morning while he was driving across a bridge between Tuttle and Mustang. And I'll tell you, it looked a little like AI when you saw the photo. But it was...
I was just coming out of the shower, man. It wasn't fucking Bigfoot. All right. Like, fucking relax, guys.
Say, you never done a morning swim? Come on.
Yeah, come on. Number 2, a man recalls being allowed by a Bigfoot, or being followed, not allowed, allowed to do what? A man recalls being followed by a Bigfoot-like creature in Pennsylvania. A raccoon hunter got more than he bargained for when he ventured into a remote woodland last month. And number 1, a man captures a creepy trail camera footage of strange figure in Arizona. Someone or something was seemingly lurking on a remote drainage ditch in the early hours of the morning. I remember that story as well.
That was just my dad. He was wandering.
Just your dad. He was just out there.
Hey, Georgie.
If it was wearing tidy whities, it's my dad. Don't worry. Let him be. He's good.
Let him
Hairless.
He'll be out there. Just leave him alone. Or bring him a snack, one or the other.
Yeah, he likes snacks.
Actually,
he's lost a lot of weight. He doesn't snack as much.
No?
No.
Well, maybe, bring him a snack anyway. Probably would.
You got any goldfish?
You got any goldfish?
I've been stuck in this cellar.
Our next top 10 list is paranormal stories of 2025. Number 10, Adele's former home is unsellable because she said it was haunted. Sometimes even star power isn't enough to sell a house that has a paranormal reputation. Number 9, the BBC's Paranormal explores the case of Britain's last witch. Journalist Sean Ellery returns for a third series, this time to investigate the case of Scottish medium Helen Duncan. Number 8, the Enfield poltergeist case still intrigues after 48 years. The case is still regarded as one of the most compelling and chilling cases of poltergeist activity ever recorded. Number 7, a woman claims to have seen a ghostly pilot during a Ryanair flight. Chloe Smith had been flying from the UK to France when she spotted what she believed to be a spirit. Number 6, a second death, or can a ghost die again? In this episode, they dove deep into the chilling concept of a second death, the idea that even spirits may not linger forever. I remember that story and talking about that. Could a ghost actually die? Or could it?
Yeah.
That was a new.
I believe so.
I think, yeah.
Number 5, a museum in Ireland is plagued by sightings of ghostly reflections. The Irish Wake Museum has been home to numerous unexplained accounts of paranormal activity. Number 4, panic as real-life haunted Annabelle doll reportedly went missing. Rev, you remember those jokes? Do you remember that show?
I do. I remember the 40 minutes of angry text messages from Tim after that.
The infamous doll had been kept for years at the museum once run by paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. I think it was because it was after Dan had died. That was the thing. And, the whole burning thing. Yeah, we don't have to go over it. Could a combination lock prove that it was possible to talk to the dead? That's number 3. The late researcher Dr. Ian Stevenson once came up with a novel way of proving that we could speak to the dead. I think we did that story and we kind of thought it was a little bunkish. Number 2, has the mystery of South Carolina's Somerville ghost been solved? For decades, an eerie phenomena has endured along the abandoned railroad tracks of a small town. And number 1 was Hat Man. What is the truth behind this terrifying shadowy entity? Many people over the years have reported encounters with a shadowy figure in their bedroom at night.
He likes feet.
It's you?
No, he likes feet.
Oh, he likes feet. That's what. Oh, he's a foot guy. Well, that would.
It could be Rev too. We don't know. You know?
I mean, yeah, I do. I do have a wide brim hat.
I thought you said it was me. I'm just putting a fleshlight between your toes and going nuts. I was going to say,
let me go 2-dimensional real quick.
Let me go 2-dimensional.
You don't have your magic hat. That's what it is.
All right. Last story of the day, and then our palate cleanser, and then we're done for the day. Humans may have as many as 33 senses, according to neuroscientists. True or BS, first of all, from our panel, and then I'll go on with this.
33 senses?
Yeah, senses.
No.
No.
I know too many idiots. They barely have one.
I mean, they say weird shit like your skin is your largest organ and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's going to be something comparable to that, where they're like, you have the sense to feel like a static charge off of your fucking, pubic hairs. And
yeah, instead of touch, it's like touch alpha. Instead of taste, it's like, sweet and spicy, and they're going to break it up into subgroups because everything needs a label. It can't just be fucking hot food.
Yep. I agree. Beer City Bruiser. I think we just became best friends.
I guess I'm blowing this story up my ass.
It's skin and it's hot food. Leave us alone.
Beyond touch, taste, sight, hearing, and smell, our bodies have many other senses that we don't even think about. According to Dr. Barry Smith, he says, stuck in front of our screens all day, we often ignore our senses beyond sound and vision. And yet
no, some people are touching themselves. Trust me.
Yet, they're always at work. When we're more alert, we feel the rough and smooth surfaces of our objects, not those objects, of objects. The stiffness in our shoulders, and the softness of bread, softness of bread.
This guy's totally ruined M. Night Shyamalan's career.
I know, right?
Like the Sixth Sense is no longer just the Sixth Sense.
I know it's. In the morning, we may feel the tingle of toothpaste, hear and feel the running water in the shower, smell the shampoo, and later the aroma of fresh brewed coffee. Aristotle told us that we have 5 senses, but he also told us the world was made up of 5 elements, and we no longer believe that. We don't believe that anymore?
No, I do.
Yeah, earth, wind, fire, water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
you ever been to a seance?
Yeah, multipass.
Huh.
And every coven knows this. Come on.
Yeah.
And modern research is showing we may actually have dozens of senses, it says here. Almost all of our experience is multisensory. We don't see and hear, smell, and touch in separate parcels. They occur simultaneously in a unified experience of the world around us and of ourselves. What we feel affects what we see, and what we see affects what we hear. Different odors and shampoo can affect how you perceive the texture of hair. The fragrance of
rose. Still just touch. You're still just touching hair. You know what this is?
What's that?
This is a guy mansplaining what the G-spot is to his wife.
Yep.
100%. That's what this is.
This is a man that is just trying to get another fucking grant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
like, hey, you see that?
He ran out of grant money. Yeah. Fucking. Yeah. What do we got now? 32 senses. Yep. Yeah. Just fucking. Let's write some bullshit. ChatGPT. Hey, help me write a dissertation about 32 senses that don't make any fucking sense.
Yeah. You see that pineapple shampoo? Yeah. It makes your hair feel like you're a swinger because it's upside down. And ChatGPT put the gun down.
There's a callback. Let me continue. I'll skip a few sentences here. We'll get to the meat of the matter.
You get to be the part where the guy goes, "Hey, my wife's satisfied. Thank you."
No, not that part. He says his long-term collaborator, Professor Charles Spence from the Cross-Modal, no, I'm not reading that right. Yeah, Cross-Modal Laboratory in Oxford told him his neuroscience colleagues believe there are anywhere between 22 and 33 senses. These include proprioception, which enables us to know our limbs are where they are without looking at them. So I know that my hand now is behind my back because I put it there. Our sense of balance draws on the vestibular system of ear canals, as well as sight and proprioception. Another example is interoception, by which we sense changes in our own bodies, such as a slight increase in our heart rate and hunger. We also have a sense of agency when moving our limbs, a feeling that can go missing in stroke patients who sometimes even believe someone else is moving their arm. There's a sense of ownership. Stroke patients sometimes feel their, for instance, arm is not their own, even though they may still feel sensations in it. Some of the traditional senses are combinations of several senses. Touch, for instance, involves pain, temperature, itch, and tactile sensations. When we taste something, we're actually experiencing a combination of three senses: touch, smell, and taste, or
He just added math. That's what this is.
gustation, which combine to produce the flavors we perceive in food and drinks. Gustation covers sensations produced by receptors on the tongue that enable us to detect salt, sweet, sour, bitter, and umami, which is savory. What about mint, mango, melon, strawberry, and raspberry? We don't have raspberry receptors on the tongue, nor is raspberry flavor some combination of sweet, sour, and bitter. There's no taste arithmetic for fruit flavors. What we perceive them through the combined workings of the tongue and the nose. It is the smell that contributes to the lion's share of what we call tasting. So there's a combo platter there.
Well, that's a big thing, like tasting beer and tasting wine. You smell it and then you drink it. Like you chefs always say, the visual's the first thing you see, then the smell, and then the taste. So everything's got to be together. I think this guy's just making stuff up to, like, he's adding math to senses. Like if you take your hearing the fart plus you smelling the fart and you tasting the fart, it's a whole new bad fart. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he goes on to say this is not inhaling odors from the environment, though. Odor compounds are released as we chew or sip, traveling from the mouth to the nose through the nasal pharynx at the back of the throat. Touch plays its part, too, binding tastes and smells together and fixing our preferences for runny or firm eggs and the velvety luxuriousness, gooiness of chocolate. Sight is...
Beer City Bruiser, did you know that if you took a fork and you put it into an electrical socket, you're not just feeling the amp, right? You're also smelling your flesh cooking from the inside out. You have an umami feeling in your nasal cavity of your larynx throat thing.
Yeah. So you're getting the polycarbonate thyroidish spleen activation in the gulnax area of the subpelvic region.
Tim is going to have no more male co-hosts for all of 2026 because of us.
That'll be my New Year's resolution. I get it. You think the story's bullshit. We'll move on to our palate cleanser. That'll do it first.
It's just a nerd being a nerd. Like, and I'm a nerd. But I don't ever sit there and think, look at this mango. Like 47 senses are sensing this is going to be a good mango.
Like, I like Babylon 5. I didn't get that bullshit either.
All right, your fucking palate cleanser for today is about how this goddamn bullshit and swearing can actually make you physically stronger, which by the end of this program, if you've heard enough of us fucking swearing, you'd know that by now you could probably lift a semi.
I got a semi for you.
I bet you do. And only a semi. Thank you very much. Take your blue chew, Rev.
Because you're not a robot, man. We already went over this. You're not a Guinness record-breaking robot. You're human. Now send your AI bot over there, and you'll see how semi it is.
By the way, tell me how much BS you think this story is. Supposedly reeling off verbal expletives seems to have a measurable empowering effect on human strength. A few years back, it was reported on the discovery that swearing can reduce the sensation of pain. Oh, no. No, I can tell you that firsthand, it doesn't.
I was going to say, my father built a deck. My daughter, when she was 2, was around him building a deck. My daughter learned how to say a lot of bad words because my father was building a deck.
Oh, that's how I learned how to swear. I stood around my grandfather while he built a deck.
Yeah. And my dad's not that strong of a guy.
Yeah. But it seems we may only be starting to lift the lid on the benefits that profanity may bring. In a new study, researchers at the University of Alabama wanted to find out if swearing not only increased physical strength, but also brought about psychological changes as well. To learn more, volunteers of various ages were I want to volunteer for the study. Volunteers of various ages were tasked with carrying out exercises while uttering either an expletive or an ordinary word used in normal conversation.
I know what I'm doing at the gym tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm just going to have to let the, hey, Planet Fitness, he said, you don't judge.
A deep knee bend and then going, orange. Yeah, that'd be fun.
And then fucking orange. Oh, I lifted more.
Fucking orange.
I mean, you think about it. You ever had like a stuck bolt that you were working on a vehicle or some shit?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And you're just like, just giving everything. And you're like, it's just not breaking. You put a breaker bar on it. It's just still not breaking. And you go, you motherfucking stupid fucking rat. And boom. And it breaks right open.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
There's your scientific proof.
Yeah, there you go.
Science.
Science.
He just scienced all over us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Told you I'm a fucking nerd.
All over our faces.
We just smelled, tasted, heard, felt, quadruple thought, polyish.
Pretty sure you just got pregnant.
Yeah.
All over our umamis.
Exactly.
Yeah. The findings indicated that people who swore during the exercise not only saw better performance, but also seemed to enjoy the workout more than those who didn't.
That's because nobody went by them. They didn't have to wait for a machine.
That's right.
Like, I'm staying away from that guy. That guy's pissed.
Not only that, but they didn't have to wipe off the machine afterwards.
Exactly.
That was the fun part. These findings suggest that swearing promotes psychological states conducive to maximizing effort and overcoming internal constraints, the study's authors wrote. But does swearing directly affect our inhibitions? The jury is still out on that one, meaning that more research will be needed to determine whether or not this really is the case. So guess what? Volunteers wants to volunteer.
Yeah. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin.
Really? And Prince was the effeminate one?
Yeah, look, I mean, it brought back feeling and touch.
Yeah.
Purple rain on your skin. And, releasing inhibitions. Yeah, that's a full circle one there, Tim.
Yeah.
And it made us
and what were you
strong.
And what were you tasting as you were dancing around like that?
And what was I what?
What were you tasting as you were dancing around like that?
Like a Hall's cough drop. Yeah. Which was a lot like NyQuil, you know.
That purple drink.
That purple drink. It seems, though, as if reeling off expletives does have a genuine impact, though, especially during exercise. They say these findings help explain why swearing is so commonplace, said study co-author and psychology researcher Richard Stevens. Swearing is literally a calorie-neutral, drug-free, low-cost, readily available tool at our disposal for when we need a boost in performance.
So I can sum this all up.
Yeah, go ahead.
At the CrossFit Games this year, the aliens are going to land their But they're gonna get out and everyone's gonna be going, fucking do a pull-up, fucking do a pull-up. And they're gonna be angry because they just had this long trip. And the first thing that's said to them is they're being cussed out. So therefore, they're gonna trigger an EMP, which activates the Russian BB gun up in space to destroy all our communications and cause a nuclear bomb so that the AI robots can beat every world record known to man.
Mind
Boom.
blown.
While also having a fleshlight attached to them and Rev on top of them, fucking the shit out of them.
Which makes you feel it, see it, smell it, and taste it.
Good
Yeah.
night, everybody. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
That's how we end it.
That's a mic drop right there.
That's right. That's how we end Supernatural News for today, folks. Bruiser, tell them what you got going on.
Oh, I got a lot going on. Debuting for a new company January 2nd in Burlington, North Carolina. It's called the Hustle Collective. It's actually one of my students that is starting his own promotion. He's doing it'll be 2 wrestling matches, and then a comedian will do a 5-minute stand-up comedian set. And then
Really?
2 matches, and then another comedian, and then I think 1 match. But he's going to try to mix the comedy with the wrestling type, So he's trying a new thing. So it's his very first show, and we want to fill the place up because it sounds like a cool concept to me.
Yeah.
And then if you want to learn to wrestle, amlwrestling.com/training. I have 27 students right now. We just added another day of training. And we're absolutely killing it up there right now. You can be as young as 15 with parents' permission or as old as you want. I will teach you to wrestle, ref, ring announce, production, set up the ring, tear down the ring. I'll do it all.
Nice.
So, yeah. That's where I'm at.
Okay, great. All right. And I'll try to get some links and we'll put them up in the events section of darknessradioshow.com.
If you want, I just have my link tree I can send you.
Yeah,
Up there. Plus, I got to promote my wife's new business, North and North Threads.
Please. Yeah.
You need anything printed, t-shirts, koozies, keychains, all that. It's northandnorththreads.com, and she's got a bunch of cool stuff.
All right.
And she takes custom orders, and she's killing it, man. I'm so proud of her.
Send me her link too. We'll put her in the sponsors part.
It's on that link tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing great.
Put her in the sponsors part of our darknessradioshow.com page. So
yeah.
So you can go check out Mrs. Bruiser and her new company. So
yeah. And she's done a lot of cool stuff. She just did koozies it was a guy's 50th birthday. He's a big Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Oh yeah?
But they had his face, like they did this thing with his face and they wanted it on a koozie and she had to like alter it and all that. But anyway, she sent it out there. They were at the Philly Raiders game and she got pictures sent to her of them, all the people celebrating. I'm like, look at that. It's pretty cool.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. As I teased earlier in the program, tomorrow on the big show, it is officially the 20th anniversary to the day of Darkness Radio. 20 years. We started on January 1st, 2006. January 1st, 2026. Everything old is new again. And we begin the program the way we started. I'll let you go back and figure out how that was. Or you can just tune in tomorrow and you'll figure it out for yourself. And that's how I'll tease it. But that's I'll leave that as the surprise for you for tomorrow. And I'll let you know that coming up this next month is going to be an exciting month. That we've got a whole lot of great stuff planned for you. I'll tell you that next week, True Crime Tuesday, I have John Hinckley Jr. lined up for True Crime Tuesday. Should be an exciting interview. It's an interview that a lot of true crime shows have turned down. But we're going to take it. So it should be an interesting one. We're going to tackle a lot of good stuff in January. Got a lot of good stuff on tap. And the whole idea with this 20th anniversary for this year is not to look back, but to move forward. And that's been the idea since I took the helm of this show, is to completely keep the spirit of the show, to keep the humor and the family together, but to be breaking new ground constantly. And you're going to hear within the next month or two that we're breaking new ground. So again, we're grateful. We love you guys. We thank you guys for continuing to listen and watch us here on video, and to continue to subscribe to us on the YouTube page. Continue to like and subscribe. Continue to give us good reviews. Continue to tell your friends and neighbors about us. But it's going to be a good year. 2026 is our year. 20th year is going to be a great year. So thank you all for being with us, being our family for these 20 years. Much more to come. It's going to be great. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I want to thank Jessica Freeberg. I want to thank Mally Fox. I want to thank you two gentlemen. combatrev, Travis Thorpe, Beer City Bruiser. Those four. When it came to a very dark day, stepped up and made this the very best in paranormal podcasting. We'll see you tomorrow for the 20th anniversary of Darkness Radio.
For more audio and video archives of the show, intriguing content, fun events, and cool swag, check out darknessradioshow.com. The executive producer of Darkness Radio is Troy Palmer. If you enjoyed today's program, please make sure to like and subscribe. This videocast is copyrighted for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this videocast, including pictures, audio, descriptions, or accounts of the show, are prohibited without the consent of Darkness Radio Management. Thank you for watching, and be sure to join us tomorrow for the 20th anniversary show, where we will turn back the clock to day 1.